And welcome to another exciting installment of the Terrorisk podcast. I am here with Christopher Divers. This is Chris Komodo. We're coming at you, not live. It is pre-recorded, but by the time you hear this, you will be on our frequency. I guarantee it.
Are we usually live, or do we usually record?
I could start doing it live.
I don't want to do it live.
I mean, I don't really care. It's just if we do it live, like it's just.
I only do that for money.
That's fair enough. Okay, so current events. What can we talk about when it comes to current events and news? Do you even watch the news, honestly?
I've been taking a long break for the news.
Like, well, what has it been, 15 years?
That's why I haven't had much to talk about for the past few months.
I'm saying, like, what is it, like 15 years? Like a 15-year hiatus from current events?
I think it's a good idea.
Is that what you've been on?
I mean, I'm trying. A few months into that journey. No, probably a year or so into that journey.
I mean,
it's good. I feel cleaner. I feel better.
Yeah, because it's all fake. It's all fake emotional manipulation.
Sure. But what I do know about is tariffs. So,
actually, the biggest news that I hear about, because Facebook you'll never find actual news, but Twitter you'll find some things. And like apparently, what was the recent award ceremony thing? God bless you.
No, it's not that. It's shit. What was it?
The Screen Actors Guild, the SAG Awards or whatever?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the SAGs, the SAGgies.
They changed the name. I think they just call it like Actor Awards or something. Well, one of the biggest deals about it was God bless you. They have they invited I think it was a guy. He was some actor there. He has Tourette's.
Oh, it was on BET. I think it was the black actor.
Yeah. Like Michael B. Jordan and what's his name was like, they were talking, and then the guy, it was a white guy with Tourette's.
Yeah.
And he just screams the N-word in the back.
Is that what he said? I just know he said a word. I didn't read it because I'm like, that sounds.
It was the N-word. It was straight up like the hard R.
Why'd they apologize? BET apologized. Oh, it's the hard R.
Yeah, because of his Tourette's.
Oh, sure, I know, yeah.
And like people were like dogpiling him on Twitter. They were like, "Oh, you're racist,
terrible.
you're racist," and he was like,
"It's a fucking condition. You can't help."
They were basically saying, "It's like, oh, then where did you learn the word from? Like, then clearly you have to have like learned the word from somewhere." And he's like,
"From Twitter."
He's like, "Are you implying that I learned the word just from the sheer force of racism?" Like.
The racism just built up so much in his body that
the N-word knowledge appeared in his brain. Like it's like,
wait a second, I know what I'll call them.
Yeah, like, just from sheer racism. That's how the word entered his psyche.
By the power of racism, I summon you, word.
Or it's like I stepped aside and the racism took over because of my condition.
Well, we call it. There's a friend of mine. I think me and my friend of mine inadvertently invented a slur, but it's not attached to any particular group of people.
Yeah.
Except for it's implied that so if you notice like certain foreigners, people from certain countries will wash their chicken as opposed to Americans because you can't wash our chicken because you could wash away some of the preservatives and stuff that they put on top of it, and stuff to keep it from spreading salmonella and whatnot. So if you wash it, it'll spread like around in your kitchen. So you're not supposed to wash your like poultry before you cook it. But people from other countries will because they don't have the same shit put on their meat as we do in the U.S. So I've thought of calling people filthy chicken washers. Just think about it. You know exactly what I'm implying. The words itself aren't dirty, but
it's the opposite of dirty, actually.
Right, it sounds clean, but I'm secretly judging you for being different. That's a good slur.
Oh my god! Now it's like, now it's all just reactions to it.
Oh god, those are like actually if there's a group of people I despise, it's people who make reaction videos.
Oh my god!
If there's, I can't even lesser class of people.
A lesser class of people
than the people who make reaction videos.
And culture, with royalty mixing with the Hollywood elite. Instead is mired in controversy this morning. Tourette's syndrome at the age of 12.
Oh, they're not going to show the. Oh, wait.
Excited to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
A racial slur could be heard while the men presented the award for Best Visual Effects. Jordan and Lindo looked startled, but continued on. Host Alan Cumming later asking the audience...
That's so funny. I mean, I'm sorry. It is funny. Like, I'm
well,
not even
when I
sorry.
read, I
It's
wasn't
fucking funny.
surprised. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what happens with Tourette's. I'm like, so it's
Well, what's funnier is that a lot of people are just like outright claiming it's like, nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I'm like,
you can't just make up having Tourette's, and
you can.
I mean, you can, but I mean, at this point, people
It takes a lot of
figured out.
energy at that age. It's like, but also the thing is, like, that's not even the most controversial opinion about Tourette's. Honestly, the most controversial opinion you could have about Tourette's, it's actually not really an opinion. It's actually fact, but it's like a pointless fact. It's like, so what if it's true? Nothing good is going to come from acting on this truth. But the truth is, you can beat the Tourette's out of someone. Like, you could fix someone's Tourette's by literally beating the fuck out of them every time they have a tic. And it's like, it's inhumane, clearly. No one should, that should, like, obviously not be an option that's ever put on the table, but it would work.
Lobotomizing them would also work.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or like just cut out, just cut out their tongue, remove their vocal cords.
Sure. Yeah.
But I will say though,
Solution's a solution.
But beating the shit out of a person, that is a little less invasive.
That is less invasive. I'll admit that. You're
if you were a kid, like a 9-year-old kid, and I told you, like, you could either, if I give you a choice, you could either suffer for the rest of your life, or you could take a grown up beating right now.
I bet you there's kids that would take lobotomization.
Yeah.
I don't want to get beat up. I'm lobotomized. You won't feel anything.
I think as a little kid, I would be like, nah, I want to keep my Tourette's. But as an adult, I would be like looking back, it's like, damn, I was such a pussy.
No, you wouldn't be saying that. You'd be saying,
yeah,
you'd be shouting the hard R and then saying, I'm such a pussy.
Yeah.
And then getting thrown out of the BET Awards.
And also, never allowed into an Applebee's.
But see, just to imagine if you were really, like, the racism was very strong with you. As they say, this man is. So, like, what does it accomplish him by getting into the BET Awards? Just to yell the N-word.
No, I don't think that getting him in there was an orchestration, but I do think the backlash and the outrage. I mean, the outrage it's not warranted, but it's understandable. Like, it's such a funny moment. It's like it's like that libtard sensibility of getting like you got bit in the ass by your own shit, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah. It's like goes and you just like stop. What happens when you just have this victim mentality and this need to white knight, as people say.
Yeah. And it really is like, I mean, it puts the whole like Black progressive movement in shambles, kind of. Like, it's very disruptive because, like, the image of like Michael B. Jordan and that other dude standing there while it, and then they just
did they get upset? Like, did we even see them react from it? At least in that clip?
We did. It happened in the middle of their address,
but they just covered it up. They didn't really
the
react that
whole
hard.
crowd, like,
it was like, ooh,
yeah, they fell silent.
Oh, well, hey, no harm done.
No physical harm done. Yeah.
No physical harm.
Cultural
but I mean,
harm.
but that's also what happened. That's what muddles like any movement that's like has a real like true, honest, or simple meaning. Is other people start just instead of like caring about actually eradicating racism, things like that, they want to shame people and try to accuse everyone of being a part of it till no one even wants to touch anything or even talk about anything or actually fix anything.
When was the last time you saw like a truly oppressive act from like a white person to a non-white person, like in the streets? I'm not talking about like people saying like racial slurs, or I'm saying like where you see like a white guy actually like fucking like you know, like slapping.
Oh, like
around.
in a violent way, not in a violent way, but in a demeaning way.
Yeah.
Like, I know we were at a Mexican restaurant in Florida with like some of my family, and I have an uncle. Oh, he's technically my mom's cousin, but I call him uncle. So he's an uncle, but like he just grew up in a really weird neighborhood in Brooklyn where they listen to country music, smoke weed, and didn't like foreigners at all. So like he just
That's
doesn't.
cool. Sounds cool.
It's interesting because I'm not quite
like
sure where that is.
I like the idea that I could be like the yellow man guy who could be the kind of guy that those people would like, you know?
Yes.
Like, I bet you.
You're one of the good ones.
Just give me a minute. I'll give you 5 minutes. I bet you I could win you over, sir.
Sir. Yeah, that's good. You know, he's one of the good ones.
I guarantee you, I think I'd be good at that.
I think it's called being like an Uncle Tom.
Regardless, you know what? Maybe not even just to the white man. What if even black people had a problem with anyone who's not black? I bet you I could win them over too. It's like, hey, listen, sir, Mr. Black Man, I know you don't like other races, but I know you like Dragon Ball. Let's talk about Dragon Ball.
That's really good. That's good comedy. I know you like anime.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you like anime.
I know you
and
like
and kung fu movies. I know what you like.
I know you like that shit. We both like chicken.
Everyone likes chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a black thing. Like,
No, it's really true.
and then the black person would be like, I say that all the time. And I'll be like, see?
Yeah, I saw that clip of that movie Green Book where the character I forget his name, but the character that's going around the South playing piano concerts, the black guy, like he's at some dinner, I guess, like in the South, and like in honor of our guest, we decided to cook him something to remind him of home, fresh home cooked fried chicken, and he's first to insult him like, dude, it looks really good. Shit, like Southern fried chicken, like I'm all right with that. That's really good.
Yeah. It's good soul food. It would have been, I mean, how would he have felt if he's like, we got some fresh roasted zebra leg.
Yeah, right. We tried something really exotic for our friend. So we made zebra leg, well done with no salt. Like what? I'd be like, well, shit.
They don't even cook it in some tribes.
Oh, that's bad. Actually, I didn't think of that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
We decided to serve a piece of cardboard.
Water buffalo.
We've spared no expense.
Gazelle. We got gazelle meat. Seriously, the African meat is not like, you know, like Kansas barbecue. It's like different over there. They got gazelle, zebra. Where can we go to get African barbecue in New York City, man? Where do we go to get a fucking roasted zebra leg?
That's true. No one's got zebra. It's like they're endangered or something.
Or gazelle, or you know, the African animals. Like
it would take too long to get here, and like it'd be frozen. It wouldn't taste any good anyway.
Like the shit they eat on Lion King.
You mean like the things the lions eat in Lion King?
Yeah.
Why do we have that? You're a greedy man.
I just want to try it.
You're a greedy man. You see what lions eat, you're like, why can't I have that?
You know what? I'm gonna look this up. African barbecue.
I'm really afraid of what's gonna pop up.
What are you talking about, bro? It's
just keep safe search on, please.
Dude, it's just African barbecue engtika. I don't know what that means. Mutton. Oh, so they eat like lamb and shit.
Well, it's sheep. Isn't mutton? Mutton sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, yes, lamb. I mean,
I should be like
African. I think it's game here.
Oh, it's Uganda. No, Uganda sounds too much like a real country. I want.
You want some like.
This is the most giant barbecue in Africa. Let's see. Let's see.
Well, just Kenya,
right?
They're just slapping the meat down. There's different cuts here. Yeah. We've got giant pieces. This looks like a nice steak.
Yeah. It's not a vegan, please.
No vegan. Yeah, no vegan. Looks amazing. So what do we got here?
So this is, we have goat meat, we have cow meat along these places.
This is incredible. So we got goat, we got beef. Oh, it's a full meat jackpot here. This is just absolutely crazy, guys. It's a full-on meat party. Look, the meat just keeps getting added. There's so much beef here, and it's served with the tomato and onion. It looks absolutely incredible. I think we're gonna get two different versions. We're gonna get a classic beef, and then I think over here, I just saw them making like a beef stir fry with tomato and onion. It looks really delicious. Let's go see how it's done.
Meat goes with guy, then we have kachumbari.
Oh, tomato and onion?
Yeah.
It's like a salad.
Yeah, it's like a salad.
Wow, look at this. Big meat platters. Looks good. Very nice. Can taste, really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Let's take it down. Yes? Oh. That's incredible. Oh, it's nice and seasoned. Oh, and look at this. What are we making here?
Ugali.
Ugali.
Great.
This is the staple of Kenya right here, guys. This is the most staple, delicious dish of Kenya. Look at how thick it is. It's gonna really mix together nicely there, and it's gonna go perfectly with the beef and the tomato. Do you know how many kilos they sell here per day?
So mostly they always say like 500 kgs.
500 kg? That's like a cow.
Yeah, and they operate straight from morning time, that is around 10, all the way towards the evening time, around 6 p.m. That's
Wow.
when they close.
It's super busy. It's like a meat party here, like a meat frenzy.
That's true.
It's incredible. So you can see they're just slapping the meat down. There's different cuts here. We've got giant pieces. This looks like a nice steak.
Yeah, that's a giant piece. Then we have the small ones, which are cut into small pieces. So he's the guy who makes this one.
Oh, the master. Oh, thank you, boss. There it is. Thank you, boss. Wow. Okay, guys, so we're gonna pass this to the stir-fry chef over here and make a delicious dish out of it. Thank you, boss. Let's see how it's done. Oh, right in the pot, little oil. So he's got some onion going in there.
And also some tomatoes inside.
Oh, there we go. So he's just added in some tomato and he's just chopping up some spinach to add in there now too. And here it comes. Spinach going in, look at that. So it's beef, onion, tomato, spinach. Oh, and here it is. Oh, we got two versions of their famous beef here at Ken's Beef.
Ken's beef.
Ken's Nyamachoma.
Ken's Nyamachoma zone.
Oh my goodness, look at that. So we got the classic barbecue beef, and then we got the famous beef stir fry.
Yeah, it's cooked.
Wow, thank you, chef. Thank you. Let's go try it out. Here we are. Oh my goodness, we got the full-on meat party. We got a lot of good meat here. I really want to try this tomato beef stir fry. And just take it down, right? Let's try it out. Oh, wow. It's tender. Tender and flavorful. It's like a tomato beef stew. You can actually just like sprinkle some lime on there, right?
Yeah.
Mmm.
That's it. With the ugali.
The lime with the tomato. Wow. Yeah, man, I'm loving it. This one is really delicious with the lime and tomato. And then this beef up, like kind of half beef stew, like you're saying, is just amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Amazing. Let's keep exploring. That was awesome.
Yummy. African barbecue. Well, my curiosity has been satiated.
It's always nice to be satiated.
So, how do you feel about eating bugs?
I'd probably do it. Cooked, as long as it's cooked. Like, you know, in some South American countries, like instead of like a movie snack, like being popcorn, it's a particular type of like beetle or bug they like fry up that has the same effect. It's very crispy, but except it's actually probably has protein and it's probably a little bit better for you. I'd eat that. I don't know. I mean, I eat a lot of shellfish. That's essentially they're insects of the sea.
Yeah, I guess you gotta just fry it up in something so the oil is getting all the cracks, so the juices inside mix up with the marinade.
All those bug juices.
Yeah, the bug juices, the bug guts, the goo. If that
with seafood you call that stuff like the liquor.
liquor.
Yeah, that's what they say.
The liquor of the lobster.
Yeah, so like the guts and stuff. When you cook a lobster or a crab, there's like the guts and things like that which turn up like this green goo.
Yeah.
People will like in some cultures, like especially with big crabs, a lot of people eat that. Some people just don't eat it. You take bread and you just soak it up and eat like the.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah, and it's called
creamy.
Yeah, people call it the liquor. Yeah.
Even though it's like it's
not really. Yeah, when you think about it, you're like, but
it's tasty.
You don't think about it. It tastes great.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of things you just don't eat the guts of. But that's shit good.
Well, white people think of sushi. They only think of like sushi. You know, like they think of like the fish.
Yeah,
but like
what's more than that? Yeah,
real sushi. It's like everything. Like there's like the thick ass fish sperm is like a delicacy in and of itself.
Yeah,
and the eggs.
I've seen that.
Yeah, everything. It's like they'll eat all that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why I can't fault anyone for eating things like that. Because like, if we are gonna hunt animals, kill animals, or farm animals and eat them, like, well, shit, we better eat all. We should at least eat all of it.
Yeah,
yeah. Like that's. There's no pleasing these vegans. It's like, yeah, man, sure, I eat meat, but I eat all the meat. I'll eat all the stuff, even the cheap shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just
would you ever have shit? What do they call them? What do they call pig's feet? Pork knuckles?
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
I mean,
oxtail,
like without hoof. I've had gizzard, chicken gizzard.
Gizzard I never had. Gizzard I don't know if I would do. It seems like it's a weird consistency.
I've had tongue. I've had chicken heart.
I've had tongue. I've had liver. I've had chicken liver. I've had beef. I've had duck liver.
You ever have chicken heart?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't think so. That's really tough because that's something you have to like really slow cook it in like a stew because it's a tough muscle.
I had it at a yakitori. Like
Yeah.
the Japanese stick foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, chicken.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Chicken heart is like on the thing.
I've seen those.
Tasty shit. So yeah. I mean, as far as like how food can relate to current events, I could say, the current state of our food, it's getting better. I mean, now I'd say food is like, I mean, food. What we did go through a dark time of food because it was all. Well, what happened with food is the Great Depression happened, right? And it's actually interesting to note that within the 100 years, we managed to somehow solve world hunger. Like that's not a small feat for humanity. And when I say we solved world hunger, that's not to say people out there in the world aren't starving. I'm just saying now, really hunger isn't like a
Not the same issue it used to be.
yeah, it's not like an imposed thing imposed upon you by nature as easily as it was more than 100 years ago. Now it's pretty much artificially enforced scarcity.
Yeah.
Like Haiti, we have enough food in the world and infrastructure to feed Haiti for ever.
But
we
Haiti
don't.
just calmed down.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So it's no, that's like a really good point. And it's not just Haiti. There's a lot of countries like that. We could get them food all the time. They just
Stop stealing from each other and just sit down and everyone will get fed.
Yeah, exactly. We just gotta say
killing
great.
each other and just fucking relax.
Maybe those are the countries that really do need Jesus or Buddha or Allah or something. It's maybe you do.
I think those are the countries that have Allah and Jesus. No, a little bit of Buddha.
I don't know. The countries that are religious that are fucked up are usually fucked up because of America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most religious countries.
Well, that's because if they just bought all of our stuff like we asked them to do, we wouldn't have this problem.
But that goes against their thing.
You don't say. You don't say.
So it's can't we
It's
just
against their interests. That's
so
crazy.
we can't just leave them alone? We can't just be yo.
Hey man, look, if you want to move to a different planet or something, all right? But you're living on this planet. You know who runs it.
I think it's
When you're done playing at the UN, come see us.
To the U.S.'s credit, we only do this to countries that have something we want. Not every country has what we want.
That's true.
The Middle East region had what we wanted. We wanted their oil.
Yes, we did.
South America has what we want because they have fucking everything, and they're our next door neighbors. So,
and when you openly topple their governments, makes it easier to get it.
yeah,
Venezuela.
And when I say they have everything, I mean they have everything. They got oil, they got gold, they got drugs, they got people, they got
Right? They got the women.
they got everything.
They got the money. They got the power.
That's why America wants to go in and invade them.
You mean it's not for democracy?
I mean, how convenient would it be if Canada, if all of North and South America were just one country?
Well, I mean, we're trying to do that.
Yeah,
It was called NAFTA.
It would be called.
I don't know if you know about that, but we're not doing it anymore.
It would be called. It would be called the Ameriland.
Oh, like it'd be the AU, I guess, the American Union.
And we would have one currency called the Amero,
I like the sound of the Amero.
right?
That's good sound. Yeah, that's
It's bro, you're telling me I could go to Argentina and buy a hooker with a
for three Amero.
I'm not saying I would get a hooker, but if I did want to get a hooker,
But her rates would probably go up because the currency would be the same.
oh yeah, but their standard of living would go higher though.
That's true.
Good for them. I'll pay a little more for. I would hypothetically pay a little more for a hooker if it meant that.
Their standard of living got better,
Yeah.
and the class of hooker got better. Why not?
Yeah, and they get some American Amero stuff. They get Starbuckos.
I'm gonna start calling my money Ameros.
Yeah, you got any Ameros on you? What? Ameros. Doleros.
I'm just gonna take some money and go to the bank. And be like, can I exchange these for Ameros? Like, sir, that currency doesn't exist. Don't bullshit me. I know it's back there.
It should be.
Yeah, they probably got it ready.
But the Amero, the problem with the Amero is we're done with paper money. It's just going to be like a cryptocurrency or something,
Oh yeah, sure.
like a stable coin.
Nice
Amero.
stable coin like Bitcoin.
Yeah, the
Nice and stable.
The Amero coin. Bitcoin is great. I still love Bitcoin. I mean, the last dip was it went all the way down to 30K, and now it's coming down to 60K.
Yeah,
It's
which isn't as bad. Yeah.
So it's I'm kind of worried. I'm scared, and I'm not scared about it going down. I'm scared about how high it's gonna go up next.
That's true.
If it breaks 200K, I will shit I'll shit my pants. I'll shit my little stupid baby boy tighty whitey pants.
You have tight white pants.
No, I have boxers. I'm just saying.
You have boxers.
I would put on.
Grow up. Get boxer briefs.
I would want to. I have some boxer briefs.
I have some boxer briefs.
I do. I don't
You get no support.
I don't wear the same like type of underwear every single day. Sometimes I switch up different types.
That's nuts.
Sometimes I'll go commando.
Well, that's fine. But it's either you got one type of underwear or no underwear.
Whatever underwear I'm wearing at the time, I'm shitting it. If I see, if I see Bitcoin go to $200,000.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah,
it's really important to me.
Any pants that I wear, it'll be full of shit. I'll just shit, pee, and puke at the same time. Seriously, $200,000 Bitcoin? That's a thing.
That's pretty crazy.
And there's people out there with like 1,000 Bitcoin.
I know, right?
But it's like they're not rich yet until they sell. So some people are really out there like sitting on like mega fortunes, but you'll never see them as rich until they sell, and they're not gonna.
No. You also have to claim on your taxes.
Yeah, that too. So they're not.
I keep getting like emails from Coinbase like, hey, like you gotta update your tax information. Like, hey, I'm not pulling anything out because I ain't paying no taxes. As long as you don't you could sell your stake, but as long as you don't take it out of your wallet, you don't have to.
Well, yeah, because that doesn't show up as bank activity
because it's not income. You don't.
Yeah,
you still have to get it.
Yeah, it's not like that in stocks though. In stocks,
yeah.
If
stocks,
you actually
can't just
if you actually make a stock sale, then you actually have to.
Right. So when things like Bitcoin drop, people selling but not actually removing their money. So there really is no big change, except they're making the market they're manipulating the market that way.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of small fish to panic, and they sell for real.
I mean, it's still it's not nothing America is gonna do, that America does is really gonna boost like cryptocurrency. It's other countries that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like other countries where their national currency fails, which is gonna be a lot more of them probably. Once they're
because of the 50% tariff,
that has something to do with it. Yeah,
yeah,
a big part of it.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's more to do with us. But go on, yeah.
But yeah, once their cryptocurrency once their national currency fails, then it's like, what's left for them? What are they going to do? Their choices
stabilize with USD,
either that or crypto or Bitcoin, and a lot of them are just going to choose Bitcoin. They're just going to be like, fuck that,
right? And that's why it's against our national interest.
I mean, we certainly tried to make countries pay for doing that, like Maduro. He tried to make the Maduro coin or some shit.
Yeah. It's yeah.
He did do it. He did make a Maduro coin.
Isn't there a Trump coin or something?
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like a Freedom coin. Hell yeah.
Freedom coin. How'd you know it'd be named that?
I don't know. Call it Eagle coin, Freedom coin.
No, it'd be very good coin.
Yeah, very good coin. It's a
very,
wonderful
very
coin.
Big.
It's the best.
It's a wonderful coin.
Some say it's the best coin.
Man, that's a salesman.
Yeah.
That's like an old school, like 60s salesman. Like, that's like standing outside as you're walking by the store window and you see that? It's wonderful. It's the best. It's huge. It's great.
Yeah.
All my friends are buying it. You should buy it. You should listen to me. If you listen to me, you're a fucking idiot. Well, you can talk to your wife about this. Don't talk to anybody about this. Just buy it.
Well, he is a billionaire.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I'm not saying. I say he's a good salesman. Bad person, but good salesman.
I mean, I kind of learned from that, though, not from him specifically, but I guess from different figures in life, where it's like, if you earnestly know what you're talking about, there's no point in wasting both people's times and like trying to like convince them you know what you're talking about. I learned how to do this in like martial arts class. Because, like, you know, I saw the difference between teachers who would, like, be like, yeah, but, you know, you shouldn't take my word for it. Maybe you should try it out a bit for yourself. And then I realized how much time they were wasting. And that's bad because these people are paying money for like, sword lessons, you know? I'm like, dude, I'm just going to tell you this shit how it is. And if it doesn't sound right to you, then test it on me. Like, we get to fight each other, right? So then test it on me. Like, if you really think I don't know what I'm talking about when I just lay it out there, like... Yeah. I put my sword dick on the table and you either take it or leave it. It's like, you know, it's like, okay, then it's like, fight me.
There's a lot of things you can do with that. It's either I unsheath my sword and you grab it or you don't do anything. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, you gonna take it or not?
And they're like, are we being sexually harassed? Or
no.
Is this a metaphor? Or should I call my lawyer?
But yeah, they signed a waiver, you know? Like,
you already signed the waiver.
Yeah.
How are things at your sword sex cult, your samurai sex cult going?
It's not a sex cult.
I know, I'm kidding.
But I'm just saying, like, that's like a good example where it's like that's the kind of position where it's like I understand why quote unquote leaders would just be like would talk like that, because it's like, what are you gonna do? Argue with the guy?
Well, that's I mean, that's your goal, like, is to eliminate doubt by sounding at least presenting yourself to be as confident as possible.
No. Well, it's like, all right, like put it this way, like let's say
because the implication of saying something is like the best, the greatest, the wonderful, blah blah blah, is to say like, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't even consider anything else. You'd be stupid not to listen to me.
let's say you're in command of a task force, right? A joint task force, and like,
Well, not control. Then it's a joint task force.
yeah,
Shared.
it's a joint task force, right? And you're the leader, and you as the leader are in charge of like the whole thing with different people from different different places. And let's say like you had military service, and like 60% of them, no, maybe not 60, let's say 30%. Let's say 30% of them in your unit have been with you through all this shit, and they know you from like way back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. And the other 70% are all like new jacks, professionals from other departments and other agencies and shit. And they're like, who the fuck is
Bunch
this?
of hot shots.
Yeah, they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Meanwhile, it's the 30%. They're still the minority, so it's not like they'll convince the majority on their opinion alone. But you know what I'm getting at, right? It's like you could be the guy, but it's like, and there would be a portion of the people who know that. It's just there would still be a portion who wouldn't know that. So it's like, if you make the decision to just like put your dick on the table, then it's like,
it's always about putting dicks on the table with you.
I just saw it in the YouTube video. I thought that was really funny. It's like he basically just came in here and put his dick on the table and said, "This is how it is."
This is what it is. The bullshit.
I forgot. I think it was for a game.
Okay. This actually sounds like a familiar video.
Yeah, it was for a game, or it was basically like like pro gaming, like with the competitions and shit. Mm-hmm. And like there's some times where it's like those, like when there's like $10,000 on the line or some shit, and like people come in and they go through a losing streak, and then they come back, and then you'll see those like YouTube documentaries as like, do you have any idea what this man did? Like he had virtually no shot of recovery, and then he comes back and he basically just puts his dick on the table and says, "This is how it is." Like, this is how it's gonna go.
Whose bitch is it? Was it whose man's is this, or whose
man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
But yeah,
all those kids.
This is how it is. This is how it's gonna be.
You want it be.
So yeah, how would you handle that? It's like for you in that situation, it's like the 70% would be like, this fucking asshole, whereas the 30% would be like, yo, you don't know what he's been through.
You don't know, boy.
I served with him back in the war. He saved my life. He saved my kid's life, and they weren't even born yet. As in, I almost got my balls blown off, but he saved them.
That is some dramatic soldier shit. Yeah. He saved my children, my children's children, because my balls almost blew off.
He saved them before they were even born. I tell my
saved my marriage because I would have had none dick.
I tell my children every night, if it wasn't for the captain saving my testicles from being blown off from that IED, you never would have been born. And the IUD.
Then when they're confused, I explained to them, it's because they're from my testicles.
If it weren't for him.
We don't talk much anymore. You ever talk to like someone who's like a sniper or something like that? They have those fucking bulging eyes. Those like 100-yard stares.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if they're all like that. But I met this guy once on like this cruise. There's two guys. One guy was from Boston. He's like older. He's like in his 40s, but he seemed more normal. He's kind of crazy, but he seemed very normal. He's there with a buddy that he was in the military with. And this guy was fucking intense. Like wound up intense. Like he was sitting down, but he's still like this. Like, oh my God. And he couldn't get comfortable around people. Like he was really weird.
Does Buddy know that?
Oh, that's what he said. Yeah, he told me. He's like, my friend's a little fucked up. He's like, but he's a good guy. He's like, he just has a hard time adjusting. And I'm like, I can see that. I'm like, but he wasn't being mean or anything like that. Like, but he just had that intensity and like was just uncomfortable around people in like a normal setting. But I was kind to him and tried to be. He didn't do anything weird, but like, yeah, just if you walked to a room, there was like too many people in there for him, he would just leave. He just couldn't do it.
A lot of anxiety.
Yeah, shame, but like it's probably his job to be fucking up and aware for very long periods of time.
Was he fit? Was he well built?
Yeah, he's in crazy. He was in very good shape because he was older too. He was in his 40s. He's a black guy, but he's fucking he was jacked.
This black guy?
Yeah, so he looked. I just felt like he was in better shape just naturally.
And his buddy was white?
Yeah, he's an Irish guy from Boston. Very, very Irish guy from Boston. Like, see a guy like I was like, oh my god, I just watched The Departed last week. This is great.
Boston.
Yeah. He's like, I knew Whitey. I grew up in Southie. I'm like, oh, okay. That's the shit Whitey bowled you.
Savvy. You fucking savvy.
Fucking from Southie.
Well, with that, we have just concluded the first part. All right, here we go. Part two. Here we talk about ideas, philosophy, and ideas. And theories. I said ideas twice. I shouldn't have done that. But it's all good. It's too late to back out now. I'm in too deep. We could talk about we could talk about the nature of I don't want to say it, but social disabilities, I guess, like autism and Tourette's. But I mean, have you ever been caught in an awkward situation because of a person with like that kind of thing going on?
Not really. I mean, then again, I don't. It's. I don't think it's awkward as long as you're somewhat mentally prepared for it. I mean, I have a mom with a disability, so it's not. I understand like things aren't always going to be easy to go through. Mm-hmm. I've had friends whose siblings are like who have Asperger's or something, or just people that have like that are autistic or have autistic tics that they have to act out or whatever. Doesn't bother me.
Do you think people are getting worse at dealing with that, like by like newer generations, or
because it's because of how much more accepted it is and more easily acknowledgeable it is, and how many different types there are, or how people are like more comfortable falling back on that?
No, I'm thinking more because of like how people don't actually go outside anymore and don't actually deal with life, like let alone people with like special needs, like special social needs to be specific. And it's like if we're talking about a generation who doesn't even know how to like change a tire on their fucking now
like they're not, but like it's not like they're autistic for real genetic or like reasons. It's because like, it's a self-imposed thing in a way. You're saying, right? They're like stunting their growth.
I mean, do we want to differentiate something like an actual like neurological thing versus just a purely social disorder?
No, that's all I'm getting.
No. I mean, because autism could either be it's such a huge spectrum, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Which is why
it's the biggest part of the spectrum.
Well, I say autism is kind of fake if you think about it, because it's like
you said that, yeah.
There's no single essential quality that makes a person autistic. So,
but it doesn't mean it's fake. It means like I think we discussed before, and like
it's like saying
it's a blanket term.
If a person ever told me it's like you can't call it fake, well, I could easily be like you can't call it real either. It's like, yeah, maybe we're both right then in that sense. It's like,
we agreed it's like
like you can't call it fake. Well, you can't call it real then. It's like
it's a blanket term. Yeah, it's you can't hammer. You can't nail down exactly one thing that autism means, because there's so many different types and ways it can affect somebody.
Yeah, but that's the trick, right? Because if you can't limit it to like an actual like genetic or like a disease vector type thing, like if you can't do that with it, then it's always gonna be subject to change. Oh shit, I put in tobacco. Fuck.
No, it's okay. I have my own. Just roll your own thing. It's fine.
No,
you do. No.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, leave it. That's what I'm saying. Just do your own thing. Smoke it.
Yeah.
Good. We agree.
Yeah, we do agree.
Yeah. You still sound like not dismissive, but you still sound like you're disagreeing when we're agreeing. You're like, no, I'll just leave it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said.
No.
Don't tell me no. Say yes, Chris. It's a great idea. Thank you.
Yes, Chris, it's a great idea. Thank you.
That's what I want to hear.
No, I just got confused. I was distracted.
What's that hoodie, by the way? I like that hoodie.
This hoodie?
Yeah.
This is my dojo hoodie.
I figured. That's really cool.
Yeah. My sensei likes to release like a kind of limited line of hoodies or t-shirts or something.
That's awesome. I would love to buy one and then lie about the things I know.
Yeah. I mean, it's it would be cool. I mean, he even talked about it. He mentioned my
He could raise money for his.
Well, he said it once. He was like, "Yeah, I thought it would be cool. It might be cool to sell it." But he was like, "Yeah, but then like if you don't actually do it, then why are you like copying it?" It's like
because it looks cool.
Yeah, it's like that might be a problem.
Yeah, definitely. But just put like faker next to it or something like that, or not an actual representative.
But I never cared too much about it. For me, it was just like, it's like, yeah, I needed a hoodie. Yeah, I'll take it.
It's practical.
But there have been lines where it's like, we got like matching like dojo tracksuits. We're putting it in order. You want to get one with us? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like for me, that's like, nah, that's too far for me. I mean, they look sick. I'm definitely not knocking the look. The style is just, there's no way I'm going to be wearing matching tracks. Like,
oh no, you can't go all the way.
Yeah.
Like I think I own a beanie from Talk of the Town. Like, you want the shirt too? I'm like, no, it's fucking ridiculous, man. I'm like, just a beanie, please.
Yeah. I mean, see, I'm what I like. I'm into the idea, like, if I needed something to really rock with the dojo shit, like with the hamon or the.
Thank God, where is my Talk of the Town beanie? I'm sorry.
I would just make my own shit.
Yeah.
If I needed a Talk of the Town shit, I would just make my own jacket. I would get a custom Carhartt jacket with like Talk of the Town, like embroidered on.
But they're saying that's cutting out the middleman. You can't do that. You'd have to have an affiliation. Like I would. I mean, that's why I can't buy your dojo hoodie. That's why you can't buy a Talk of the Town beanie.
No, I totally agree with that. So what if you went to Talk of the Town and you told them, it's like, listen, how much is a Carhartt jacket? Like $240? I'll give you $290. You buy the jacket. I'll give it to me and then I'll embroider the shit. So it's all.
Like, sure, yeah.
You could do something like that,
Oh, actually, I know a good place to get wholesale like T-shirts and things like that. There's a lot of I actually looked into this. There's a lot of these advertisements I was getting on like Instagram, where they're advertising like these T-shirts that don't that just out of fit or tighter up here and looser on the gut because I'm a fat gentleman. And like they were like all these companies that like they look like they all look like the same T-shirt just with different logos patched on, and they cost like $80. So I looked into it and found out like all these companies get their shit from the same place. And I found that place. I'm like, oh, I could buy those T-shirts for like $5 each, and just buy like 10 of them. And if I wanted, I could get them embroidered for like under $5.
Yeah, there's companies like, I was just thinking about like companies like Custom Ink. They have, and it's like you would think they're just whatever quality printed like in mass in China. It's just some of these companies have good shit like American Apparel, Carhartt, Like I'm not talking about style here. I'm talking about like good just quality shit. It's like it's just good stuff. And I like that, and that's what I kind of look towards. It's like when I look towards these like custom embroidery companies or custom printed like distributors, I like to look at like the manufacturers are working with when it comes
to because a lot of those companies that have these great brands don't necessarily the factories don't necessarily own the factory that it's being made at. Those factories have contracts with tons of companies.
And the orders. Like, they probably fill out the order at the beginning of the year, if anything.
Sure, yeah.
Or maybe, like, some halfway, like, second quarter, third quarter, beginning of third quarter type shit. Like, that's probably how they figure it out.
Branding's pretty, that's just how massive branding and important branding is.
Yeah, branding's fun. I like that gig, though. Like, if I started, like, a bank or a pharmaceutical company,
it's
you best believe I'm gonna order, like, 5,000 clicky pens with my fucking, hey, you want a pen? Yeah.
Oh, God, I was, like, one of those kids, like, in school that, like, I couldn't help
better than a business card.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
A good pen you can't beat. Well, I mean, at least you couldn't used to beat a good pen. I was that kid, though, like, in school. Like, I couldn't stop clicking the pen when I was bored.
Well,
so
now...
you just hear, like... Who's doing that? Stop it.
Stop clicking the fucking pen.
Yeah, it's like, stop it.
Well, now we have like, We have such. I used to when I was in school, high school. I was like super into pens, but now it's like
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you used to like draw a lot and write a lot. Yeah.
We have such good pens now. I mean, I used to do graffiti, so I was also into like writing utensils a lot on like a degenerate level.
Well, that was my implication.
But it's like now we have like such just good practical pens, like high tech pens. Even like not even that contemporary, like not that new. Like what is it? The Pentel? What's that company? Yeah, it is Pentel, I think. Oh, Pilot. Yeah, Pilot pens. Pilot makes good shit.
Can't remember the last time I bought a pen. You know what? You ever see like in movies and shows, like it's like a shitty gift you get from like old people. It's like a fancy pen. No one ever bought me a fancy pen. That sounds pretty cool.
Iron Man bought Captain America. Well, he didn't buy it for him. It was like a pen that was used to sign.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what it was. Some historical shit.
Declaration of Independence.
Didn't they use a fucking quill for that or something?
Probably. Maybe it was probably the Treaty of Versailles, which would have been the treaty that ended World War II. That sounds right.
No. Well, now I am of the age where I just pick a pen, one design pen, where even if it breaks or even if it runs out, whatever, I'm just gonna. Here, I'll show you. So this is like my go-to pen. It's this model specifically. It's the Energel
2000
Pentel pen.
I see.
Energel liquid gel. Yeah, it's a liquid gel ink.
Ooh,
Standard clicky pen.
it's a good click. It's a nice pen.
And these aren't even the best pens I've ever used because these are prone to break. Like these are the kinds of pens.
Sounds a little,
if you click
tricky.
it, if you click it enough, eventually the thing snaps.
It
like
sounds loose
and then it'll
already.
just pop off and it'll break. And I'm like, but yet I still keep buying the same model because A, they're refillable and they work, and I'm just used to it. And they come in gold.
Yeah, it makes it look. I mean, it's got a little weight to it, not much.
Yeah, it's just a functional, barely. It's just functional enough, and like it's nice because it's that gel ink shit, but it's functional because of the weight. And that original model, I remember my ex got it for me. Except the one she gave to me was like red and whatever, and like I used the shit out of it way after we broke up, and then it broke on me, and then it was a significant moment
It was
because
a
like
sign.
yeah, I was like, damn. This pen that she got me, it's like
Lasted
it finally broke, and I didn't even realize I was using my like a pen that my ex gifted to me. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the same pen over, you know. So I go to Staples, and then I'm like, I go to look, and then I'm like, yo, they had it in like crazy colors. They had it in like silver and like gold and shit. So I just went ham on it, and I started liking it a lot. And now it's like, and I even tried better pens. I've literally tried better, more expensive pens. And then I just didn't feel right. I was like, this isn't it. It doesn't write correctly, you know? Although now it's a different story because as you might have known, I write in cursive now. And well, I started writing again in cursive as I was taught to do in elementary school. Now that I write in cursive again, this pen just isn't really, it doesn't feel the same. This pen is good for like writing in print. Now I need like,
You need a quill.
yeah. Not like a real feather quill. I just need like a fountain pen or something. You know,
The actual fountain pen would be nice. That's what fountain pen. That's what cursive. That's what like. I mean, that's why cursive was cursive. It made sense then when you had fountain pens. Like I think it does look. It looks a lot prettier than print, but there's a certain functionality to writing in cursive with a fountain pen.
well, when you were writing with a
or
fountain,
with feathers, because you can't really just keep lifting up without without dripping.
when you
shit
were writing
everywhere.
with a fountain pen, it was like a pain in the ass to write in print.
yeah,
Like
because you don't want to keep
hard.
lifting the shit up because you can't because you lose ink. It drips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had it was better just to write in cursive.
Yeah, I get it. It looks fancier, but I just remember being in grade school. They're teaching us cursive, whatever, and it's like it's like when you're at the high school and you write a research paper, the teachers won't even read it if it's not in cursive. You get to high school and they're like, well, we'll let you go now. We'll let you slide right now by typing it and printing it. But when you go to college, you can't write anything in print. They only accept things in cursive. I get to college, I'm typing everything. So it's just like, yeah. I feel like I watch it die out with my very eyes.
I can imagine writing a paper in college in cursive.
Oh, that sounds like a pain in the ass. Do you remember when you had to take the SATs? I think it was the SATs. There's like you have to rewrite and sign the sworn statement before you start the test. Like you have to, yeah, because like there's to make sure to basically like admit that if you cheat, like you're subject to penalty of the law.
The standard was much higher back then.
Yeah, but so you had to write this in script, and like with the SAT, like you're not taking it like at your school in your class, people you know. So I'm in a classroom with stranger to school I don't know, with a teacher I don't know, and like no one says anything. Finally, someone raises his hand, and goes, "Hey man, I don't really know how to like write all that in cursive. Can you show that to? Can you like help me?" And he was like, "Seriously?" He's like, "Who else in here can't write this in cursive?" I swear to God, we all raised our hands. Every single one of us raised our hands.
So fucked up.
And he was like, "What the fuck?"
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck?" So he had to write it out on the board. And we had to just.
He's mad sloppy.
He was so upset. But that guy, I don't know who that kid was. He was a fucking hero. Because he said, we're all thinking, I can't do that. This is a part of the test, and I can't do that part.
That's fucked up.
It's like, yeah, if the letter's not in my name, I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to write it.
You can't.
I only know the letters in my name. Not such. I know a few more letters, but I probably could if I wanted to. I just don't want to.
No, you probably could if you wanted to.
Yeah. But also, like, I'm like, you can write all that in pen.
I mean, all right. You know what? It's not a big deal. You know the fucking alphabet. You know uppercase. You know lowercase. You could literally just write and read perfectly. You could easily. It's literally just putting like a wrapper skin on over your writing. That's all it is. Like,
and who am I gift wrapping this for? The government?
Yeah, it's
fuck
like
that.
It's basically it's literally a skin.
Yeah,
like, you know, like when
I understand.
Yeah, you download a skin on your phone and it's
Sure.
like it changes the font. Yeah, that's all it is.
I understand that it's much more visually pleasing and a bit classier.
No, it's not. It honestly looks like shit. But it's for me, it's just the value is not in like reading it. It's in writing that way. It's not in reading it that way. If honestly, if I was creating something specifically meant to be written by another person, I would type it. Fuck it.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, that just became to make more sense. Also,
But
like
if
printing
it's
makes more
journaling,
sense.
if it's journaling, straight journaling, then that is something I would want to keep in cursive for sure. Well, partially because it's harder for me to read, which makes it less embarrassing for me to read my own to not be able to read my own reading. But no, I try to write cursive like correctly. Like if there's a letter, especially like the uppercase cursive letters, like if I can't write it, I'll look it up. Until now, I don't have to look it up.
Well, in this case, that instance, I couldn't. No one could look it up. But I wonder when the shift happened from teaching. Because at one point, like back in the day, like maybe we were a little kid in like the American school system, they taught you to write and print, but then like started teaching very early to write script, and that's just what you did for the rest of your life.
I went to like a Catholic in Italian.
Well, so did I. Yeah.
I went to I went to, but I went to the special kids one. I went to the Montessori school.
Oh yeah, it's for real special kids.
That is for real special kids. I was a special little boy. No, what happened was I went to Staten Island Academy and I punched,
oh, that's right. You did go there, right?
I punched the kid's eye really hard, and the school suggested like I get on meds and shit, and they said like they didn't feel safe or comfortable if I attended.
Yeah, because that's a rich kid's school. Yeah. That's why they're like, oh my god, the violent Asian.
So my family decided to send me to Montessori instead, and I did really good.
Oh
there.
My god, that's such dramatic.
Well, to them, they just didn't want me to be in, I guess, public school back then. I don't know.
I mean, I don't blame them. Public school's pretty bad.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I would have put my kids. Honestly, I would.
I'd rather like Catholic school, Christian school, Montessori school.
I would do like a specialized, like those charter schools or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, like no, public school, absolutely not. Not if I wanted my kids to like be functioning human beings or successful human beings.
I mean, honestly, public school at the younger ages is whatever. It's like intermediate school. That's when the problems happen.
Yeah. and how people like as they cut us off, they do and stuff like that. So it's like I can't like leave my school without getting caught. They take attendance every class.
I mean, public high school was the shit.
Yeah, that's what's me because it's already like everything is very hands off. For me, like high school was still like all of school.
You're like children.
Yeah. Well, they call you Mister, but then they do shit like grab you by the sideburns if they're too long and drag you.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like pull your hair if it's too long. So
Is that in the waiver for the parents?
that's just an understanding between Catholics that if you send them to our school, we're not the government. Like you understand that we will hurt your children either physically or sexually or mentally.
But
That's the Catholic Church.
But nowadays, it's turned into we will just the worst we'll do is shame your child for masturbating. We're thinking about it.
Catholics are, yeah, but they're more laid back about it. They don't really care. That's the thing with Catholics. They're the most lax group of people on the earth. Like that's why I don't mind Catholic people. I don't like the government, a Catholic Church rather, but Catholics themselves, like, how do you give a fuck? They just grew up the same way. That's all.
Christian schools are different.
They're very different, yes, because they're all crazy. They
Wait,
believe,
you went to
they believe
Christian
every word.
though, not.
I went to both. I
You went to a
I went
Christian elementary school,
I went to Catholic. I went to Catholic school until second grade. Then from third to eighth, I went to
Christian school.
yeah.
But then in high school,
a Baptist school.
But then in high school, you went to Catholic school.
Correct. It was with my people.
With
But
Saint-
also actually when you're when you're Catholic, you have to receive sacraments, right? So I had to, being in Catholic school allowed me to also fulfill those sacrament needs as I got older. But because I went to a Christian school, I didn't have that. So I had to, there's something called CCD that you sign up for with the
I remember
church.
CCD. They had a great
Okay, yeah.
basketball team locally.
Hey, we're good sports teams. The Catholic school league is way better than, well, some sports.
Isn't CCD right down here, like right around here?
So no, well, schools do see. So like I went to St. Charles because it was my parish
Oh yeah,
already.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd go every Wednesday for like an hour and just talk about being Catholic, I guess. I forget, there was tests and stuff like that on just Catholicism, which is pretty easy because I was already going to Christian school anyway, and they're teaching me Bible. So I'm like, oh, this is the same fucking bullshit. It's like, and yet you guys are different. Okay, sure.
But you didn't just learn about the Bible. I'm sure you also learned about things in relation to the Bible when it comes to like.
Well, in Catholic school, finish. Things in relation to the Bible.
Like political, like vague political leanings. You know, it's like, you know, the history, like geopolitical history of like between European countries and kingdoms and empires and whatnot. Because I mean, there was a lot of like Christianity and Catholicism, like,
Well, yeah.
permeating that whole influence of that whole.
So I learned about all those things in a very different way from both places.
But they were still fundamental because it's literally what the kings believed in. It's
Yeah.
literally what the history makers believed in, as opposed to what they did.
Sure.
But then I would say you'd have a better touch on it if you listen to what they believed in as opposed to what was reported that they did. I think that's more of an insight, if you ask me.
Well, I mean that's the thing actually. So like the about the Spanish Inquisition,
Yeah.
right? I've heard of that. It's supposedly like it's it has like the Catholics, the Spanish Catholics in particular, cracking down and like killing millions or like millions of people over the course of like 40 years or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was good times.
Sure.
Sounded like fun times.
Sure. But I will never, really defend the Catholic Church, but
I just like the way of Catholicism, you know?
I know. But it's actually like now more widely believed that it's Protestant propaganda. The Spanish Inquisition. They're like, yeah, sure, like people die, but like a few hundred people, not millions.
Why stop there? I mean, like, why not say like the Holocaust was kind of like exaggerated?
Yes.
See, that's the problem with like questioning one fucking like.
This will be my last episode.
I'm just saying, like, that's the problem with questioning one atrocity. You end up like questioning all of them easily. Same thing with the communist one, like Tiananmen Square. That's what gives them the leeway to like, censor shit like that. Anyway,
Tiananmen Square. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. This is where not only is this your last episode, but you got to be like, I am not suicidal.
Yeah, I'm not. I've never considered suicide. I am good physical health. I've had a blood test recently.
And if it says I killed myself from this day on,
That's not true.
It's not true.
That's not true.
It's not true.
That's not true. If my suicide note is in any way legible, it's not me. Don't believe it. I have terrible handwriting.
No, I listen. We're joking about it, but I've legitimately had feelings about this because, like, I'm a little more spicy on the internet sometimes, and like
You are a spicy meatball out there.
I've said some things where it's like I thought about it. And I'm like, I could easily imagine myself getting killed for saying this. You know, like I could easily imagine it because it's like. But then I have to say it because I'm like, if I do get killed for saying this, then that means I was right. And if I was right,
what's better than that?
No, it's not what's better than that. It's like then this world is more fucked than like, you know, like than I thought. And it's like we really are fucked, and people have to know how fucked it is. Like,
it's true. It's a higher call in there, sir.
I guess so, but it's like it's also the added benefit of I don't have kids. So it's like if I did die because of what I said, and it just so happened to be like if I died for what I said against the government, and it just so happens like I got killed because I said it, at least people who have kids can see it and be like, wow, he was right.
What a martyr.
No, not even that. It's just I better teach my kids. Like,
yeah, that's true. I don't know. Or you're like most parents, you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to talk about that with my kids.
You have to. You have to. That's the one thing.
Dad, why did this monk burn himself? I don't talk
That's
about
the best thing to talk about. Look, if there's one thing, like I totally understand if the dad doesn't want to talk to their kid about like, why did you cheat on mom? I don't want to talk about that. Why did the monk burn himself? All right, see that I could talk about.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's not making me look bad in any way. So
well, it's not even about making me look
it's
bad.
not,
but it's like as from one human to even if you are my son, it's like it's still like one human to another human. Like. That's still me, dude. You're gonna have your own shit too, all right? Like, stop grilling me. Even if I am your dad, like, you're gonna have your own fucked up shit, man. Yeah. Like, believe it or not. So even if I know my dad has his own fucked up shit, like, I'm not gonna, because I have my own fucked up. I'm 34 years old now, you know, like.
Excuse me.
So it's like I totally embrace my father having his own fucked up shit because I have my own fucked up shit. So it's like it's all good.
Sure.
But there is some fucked up shit that I would have to talk about. It's like. Why are kids in my school saying 6 million Jews it was a lie? And I'm like, all right, you know, like, or it's like, why are they saying that, you know, like Hillary Clinton is in the Illuminati and she's drinking baby blood? And I'm like, oh fuck, you know, it's like
that's because she's a lizard person, and lizard people need baby blood to survive.
Yeah,
she is a reptile lady though. She's not people. But go on. Yes.
Why are all the racist white boys pulling up FBI statistics and saying like 13% of the black people make up 85% of the crime or something? Kids do that in school now. That's just making a lot of kids racist, actually.
It's true.
Because of that shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, you could formulate any idea with a limited amount of statistics.
Well, like, yeah, those. I mean, there's a lot of ways to manipulate statistics.
Sure, yeah,
to tell a story. That's why I never really judge by statistics. I judge by personal experience. And for one thing, I don't judge criminals for doing crime at all. If anything, you know what I really do is I judge criminals for getting caught.
No one likes a dumb criminal.
Yeah, no one likes dumb criminals.
The police respect smart criminals.
Yeah. Everyone respects a smart criminal.
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
Even if they don't agree with them.
You're milking the system. Good for you, man.
Well,
keep it up.
I mean, when I say respect, it's like even if you don't like them, even if you want to kill them, you still respect them. You'd be stupid not to. Like, let's say you were hunting like a tiger or a grizzly bear. It's like if you don't respect the animal, it's gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like no matter what, whether you hate them or love them, respect is like divorced from that. You know, it doesn't matter. Respect is a whole nother thing. Respect is like a realistic, objective analysis of a thing's like ability or capability.
Exactly.
So yeah, respect. I don't know. I try to respect even like
RESPECT.
Find out what it means to God. Yeah, respect. I never liked the term God-fearing man. Are you a God-fearing man?
I am a God-fearing man. No, it sounds like bullshit to me when anyone uses things like that. When you have to explain that, like, yes, I live in fear of being a dishonest or immoral like person because I'm afraid of punishment. That's not a good thing. Shouldn't start off with that.
I mean, it's fair enough, I guess, but still, yeah, it is kind of cheesy.
And
I
also, it's like, well, it depends what part of the Bible you're reading. First part, God fearing, I get it. Second part, what you're afraid of God for? He's like a nice guy.
yeah, but I mean, God fearing, I guess, is fair enough. But because of acknowledging God, at least, I guess that's really what matters. Because if you acknowledge God, that easily,
Well, then, I mean, you're acknowledging a superior being, a higher power. Yeah.
there's something above us.
Sure,
I like
yeah.
the hat. That's why I like the hat.
That was a fucking good line.
Yeah.
There are like, I mean, I like them too.
Yeah.
I've gotten to wear a kippah at like went to two weddings and two weddings and a bris, and like you can't walk into the temple without it on. So I had to wear it a few times. I have a couple at home. They're nice. And I noticed too, it's very convenient. Like usually I see like the like at least my coworkers, like when they were younger, like the kippah starts here, and then over time it moves further back. So it covers up the bald spot like
Bald
as
spot,
it comes in, yeah. But no, they're good. That was a good fucking line.
Bald spots. Nicolas Cage never got a bald spot.
That man, what are you talking about? He's got plugs in that movie. He wears hair pieces too, I think.
Really?
Yeah. No, Nicolas Cage, yeah. He got plugs a long time ago. But they're not like his hairline's like back here. I don't think his hair is very full. That's like the only thing that's always bothered me about him. When I look at him, I'm like, ugh.
I wonder who's gonna age the least gracefully out of the Avengers. Chris Hemsworth, maybe.
Why'd you say that? What do you mean, age physically like the worst?
Like age the fastest, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. They're all very rich people. They're on they'll have like the best of everything. They probably will look this very good for very, very long.
Robert Downey Jr. is old.
Yeah. But he doesn't do drugs anymore. He probably only eats avocados and stuff. Just the raw diet. I mean, whatever it is, like they have the best. They have access to nutritionists and everything like that. Like, and worst case, they have access to the best plastic surgeons, things like that. Those people don't end up looking bad till like the very, very end.
Maybe.
And when they start looking bad, you'll never see them again. That's what happens. People like retire from Hollywood. It's because they don't want to be part of the public eye anymore, and like you do not hear from them anymore because they do not fucking do any shit. They don't talk to me. They didn't go out because they know they don't they look bad. They don't look through like dead people already. Like if you Google pictures of like Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is very alive. He's directing movies up until like I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, right? 6-7 years ago, something like that. And just Google a picture from like the most recent picture of him. Like he's like 90 something.
He's like a zombie.
Yeah, but he's 90 something, which is understandable. But like he's like a fucking frail old man. It's insane. You're like, no, you're like I just saw Gran Torino a few months ago. And you're like, oh, Gran Torino was filmed 15 years ago, huh? And he was like 80 in that.
This is just like strengthening the argument for AI produced media.
Oh no, that's nasty.
Why?
That's mean. It's not right. I don't think it's right.
You don't think there's any way to do it right?
I still think there's any way to do it right. It's just not that I can't. For me, like I can't. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to for someone to sell their personality, their identity? Like, it's one thing if you sell your identity as a character to something, but I feel like if you had AI performances, then you're like what you're doing is you're taking actors as likenesses and then applying. The AI would then take their like, all right, like who are they as a person? How they normally approach their roles. This is how they would approach this role, or like. Or would it just be like, oh, like this is the best way to do this role, but just the AI's gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna use it with this person's gestures and face, like I don't know.
I guess like
there'll be something just so disingenuous about it that I just don't like it.
I mean, I don't really mean that in a specific acting or voice acting kind of way. What I really mean is, let's say you have like you're trying to make an apple pie, right? And you have a robot helper. Now you have two options. You could either A, tell the robot making me an apple pie.
Yeah.
Or B, you could be like, you chop apples. I'll work on the crust and the filling and all that shit and the dough.
Yeah.
You know, and
Or the third option would be teach the robot how to love, and then the robot will understand how to cook on its own.
I guess so. I mean, the only way to learn how to love is you got to cook with it.
Oh man, that's right. Yeah,
I think
we have to raise the robot that is a person.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is this is the secret.
Take too
if
long.
you get a robot,
Yeah.
if you want it to do good, you have to do stuff with it. Like you can't just be like, I hate my job. Robot, go clean that latrine. Or robot, go do this. No, you have to be like,
Hey robot, how was your weekend? How you feeling today, robot?
no,
Hey, robot.
not even. It's like, hey robot, I'm going to work. Do you want to come with me? And the robot will be like, listen, I got nothing else going on. I would love to go to work with you. So you take the robot to work with you and you tell the robot, this is what I'm doing for my job. And the robot will look at you. So you log into your Gmail every day and you wait for these emails from these brokers. And then you tell your robot, yep. And the robot will be like, all right, then what? It's like, well, I get an email and then, you know, they give me their terms and then they want me to send them back a contract and send it out to the client. And the robot will be like, all right, so where are the contracts? It's like, oh, I have a little folder that has my contract templates. And the robot will be like, right there. And then you'd be like, yeah. And then it sees what you do and it knows everything. It knows what a PDF is. It knows what fillable forms are in a PDF. It knows how to do Excel and Excel spreads. It knows how to make PowerPoint like presentations. It knows how to make everything. He knows how to work Outlook, you know? So you teach it. And the only way to teach it right is not to just sit there and type. It's like, this is my job and this is what you're going to. No, you got to do the job with it. You got to literally do the job. And then you tell the robot, this is what I'm doing now. What's next? This is what I'm doing then. Like that's the best way to teach the robots and to make them actually useful. People who can't do that, people who don't understand how to like really do that, they're going to be stuck in like a permanent underclass. Because you're going to have like these like 10 years ago, these people who would have been considered retards, but who just know how to wrangle robots now, like they're going to be like millionaires.
Yeah, sounds like they deserve it.
I don't know
But
about
I mean,
that. I don't know if they deserve it or don't deserve it. What I do know, it's just everything's going to be different.
I just don't know. I can't see. I feel like you'd have to build a physical robot and then just have him show him how to chop. Show him how to knead Joe.
Oh yeah, for certain jobs like food service and shit, for sure.
No, now I'm just really fixated on teaching a robot how to make apple pie.
Oh yeah. All you need is one robot who knows how to like peel apples. It's the hardest part. Just peel the fucking apples.
Those pain in the ass part.
Just peel the fucking apples.
Now, so I'm gonna buy a robot. Then I'm not gonna let anyone see him for a long time. Like I've done it. I freeze my robot.
What if you had a robot that could turn like your jizz into fentanyl?
I don't know if I want anything to do with that type of robot.
I mean,
I don't know where I would acquire such a robot.
I mean, what if
I don't really want to do that with a robot?
What if you just woke up and you saw a robot on your desk and you it had a little screen on it, you push the thing, startup button, and it showed the little icon like spermanil, and then you're like, what? And then it comes to read me and it's like, would you like to read the read me? And you're like, okay. It's like you jerk off inside this little container, and then on the other end in the output you get fentanyl. And then you're like, are you serious?
Well, I had to try it once. How would I know?
But how would you know it's real?
How is it fentanyl? Yeah, exactly.
You need someone to try the fentanyl. You need someone to be like, yo, tell me how good this is. And if you find someone who's really good with this shit, they'd be like, bro, this is the best fentanyl I've ever had. Where did you get this shit? And you'd be like, don't freak out.
I really like. Actually, it's a great idea.
Promise you won't freak out.
And that's how you fall into the drug trade.
It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just this machine showed up in my life.
The fuck it's what the CIA did.
And it's the best fentanyl in the world. There's one catch. It only gives it to you if it's my jizz inside. He's like, shit, I could come in this right now and like the same fentanyl. Like, all right, let's give it a go. And then the guy's like head explodes when he tries the fentanyl. It's like, no, it has to be his jizz. It has to be
It has to be his jizz.
Otherwise, like, it's bad.
What's it do with the other jizz? Why is Roby like, no, this is the right jizz. This is the wrong jizz.
You find out the jizz to fentanyl converter was sent by you from the future. And you don't know why. It's like, why would me from the future send me this now? So you'll understand in the future.
How could I? What?
Just keep doing what you're doing, Chris.
I would never do such cryptic bullshit to myself.
What if you had to?
I feel my worst enemy must have said this to me.
What if you had to? What if you hated your past
just can't
self?
see the
What
other-
if you were like? What if you were looking back at your past self? That naive piece of shit. He had no
You know
idea
what?
how good he had it. He
You know,
has
all
no
I-
idea what's coming to him. He has to know right now to save me now.
I'm gonna take the only thing he was ever good at and make it his biggest strength. I'll send him the
His biggest curse. You're like, why? Why would I do this to myself? And your future self is like, yeah, that's right. That piece of shit is probably asking right now, why? Why would I do this to myself? But he's
then,
gonna know.
This is what happens. This is what happens. And you get in the drug trade, you become a big deal. And then like finally you get arrested by the government and everything like that. You're taken in like this big office. You're blindfolded. You take it in there. They take you in there with your blindfold off. You probably think you're in some big some interrogation room with some high-ranking government official. No, it's a drug CEO. And he's like, "How did you possibly find out that fentanyl was made from your jizz?" And it's like, what? What do you mean all fentanyl is made this way? Precisely. We've been taking it from you in your sleep for many years.
Where did you think it?
Yeah.
Where did you think it came from? Israel, China, Germany. You know what? You know what? You know what? Actually, I did.
a good idea.
I did watch a movie many times over, but I watched it again recently, and it made me think of you.
Ugh.
The movie Looper.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never seen Looper.
Joseph.
I know just Gordon-Levitt and
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Yeah.
Can I give you the premise?
Sure. I know what the premise is. It's like a future cop thing, right?
Yeah. No.
No, it's what's that movie? It's like well, whatever you tell me.
I'll give you the
Yeah.
I'll give you the premise without the spoiler. Well, I'll give you a backdrop without the spoiler. So basically, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a gangster in like the future, and in this future, like these gangsters, they're called Gatmen, or no, they're not called Gatmen. They're called closer or loop closers or whatever. So
I'm a closer.
yeah, you are. So their job, right? They basically they get told a time and a place. They show up with their blunderbuss. It's a blunderbuss, like a futuristic blunderbuss, and they're expected to wait there until a man from the future shows up, like 12 years into the future or something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A man from the future shows up, and then he blasts him, and that's the job.
That's when I blast.
Because in the future beyond that, apparently, like the best way to get rid of someone isn't to kill them and like bury them. It's to send them into the past so they could die immediately, and then they're gone forever. Like the loop's closed. So then they have this job, and that's their job is to like eliminate guys. It's just to trigger guys. As soon as a body pops up, bloop, boom, knock him out, and then you burn him. No one knows. No one knows the better. So, but there's this job comes with a caveat. Basically, when you sign up for the job, you agree that one day when you pull the trigger with the guy that pops up, it's not going to be just a random dude. It's going to be you from the future.
At some point.
Yeah. So it's like you're this guy who's high, and you make a lot of money doing this.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the deal is like eventually, like
eventually this will happen. Like,
like people are gonna show up at your place. They're gonna shove you into that time machine. They're gonna put you into that in the past, and you're gonna show up in front of your past self, and you're gonna get blasted.
But does that mean like you've committed a crime? That's why it's happening. Like why? Like what's the part? Like why do they send people back in the past for
To
them
close
to be
the
killed?
loop.
What loop?
Of knowing this is going on.
I got you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, Looper. Yeah.
To keep it a secret. It's like this is how they make it a perfect system.
Right. So
it's
no one knows. Yes.
And the trade off is you
Eventually
get to live,
you
you
have to
get
do
to
it
live like
yourself,
a king. You get to retire because the deal is when you as your young self finally kill your old self, it's like you're done. You're retired.
Yeah.
You're like late 20s, early 30s, and you get to live the rest of your young life. Until like when you're like 50 something, and
this will happen.
Yeah. So in the movie, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's like doing his job. He just thinks it's another job.
Don't they also like make him try to look a lot like Bruce Willis in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, like when they do the job, it's like all the targets have like a bag over their head, and then they look through their shirt and they collect they have silver over them, and that's what they collect. But then when it's like, I think it's like when it's gold or when it's like extra amount, that's when they know it's them, like from the future.
Because they have more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Joseph Gordon-Levitt does a regular job, and then but then for this job, he sees Bruce Willis come up, but with no bag over his head. It's his face, like there. and then he like fails to kill him because he hesitates, and then Bruce Willis turns around and then blocks it with the silver strap to his body, and then gets away and escapes, and it causes a whole problem because he realizes like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
like that was me. I was supposed to. So that's the movie. You got to see it. You got to see what happens. Yeah,
because he hesitates because he can't help it too, right? It's just because he sees him.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh shit, that kind of looks like me."
Yeah. Well, I think the thing was he was like humming a song, and it's like
something that he would know.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's not cool. If I was letting me very upset, you know what? I wouldn't chase myself. I go to them and be like, "Hey man, I signed something saying I would kill myself." And, and he'd have a bag over his head.
That was the argument. That was the argument.
Nice.
And then his older version of himself was like, "Shut the fuck up, you little fucking pussy, little bitch! You're like, you don't know shit. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You think you're fucking. You think you're living." And Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, "Yeah." Meanwhile, Bruce was like, "You're a fucking little piece of shit. I fucking hate you so much." And it's like it's so funny because he's basically saying it to himself. He's like, he hates himself. He's like, "I fucking hate you because I hate what happened to me because of you."
Oh, actually, this seems very likely.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good movie.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Can't believe you never saw Looper.
But then again, like it just I don't know. The way it was advertised. Who directed it?
I don't know. Probably some Korean guy.
I don't know. Just the way it was advertised, I just didn't care. There's just a lot of shit that I miss. So there's tons of things that come out all the time, and I just don't. I don't know. If I don't watch something, I forget about it, and I watch something else. I've seen a lot more shit from the 70s. I know a lot of obscure things.
Yeah.
No, it's just some shit I missed.
I'm definitely glad you watched Lord of War. But we just finished the second part.
That was a lot of fun. No, I'm serious. There's a fish called sheep's head, and sheep's head bay is named for that sheep. And that sheep. That fish is by far the ugliest fish I've ever seen. It's a fish with human teeth.
That sounds cute.
No, look it up. It's not cute. It's fucking creepy.
Honestly,
look up sheep's head fish. I've held this fish in my hands. They're fucking ugly. Fish.
Where's Marie Antoinette actually? Oh yeah, right here. Look at that thing.
That's real. It's a fish with people teeth.
Yeah, it's good shit.
You guys see the people teeth fish?
You got to see the people teeth fish.
It's blow your mind. It's good eating though.
It's got teeth on its tongue.
Yeah, they're ugly little fuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Marie Antoinette. I was gonna say so that there should be a theme park there called Nellie Bly. Nellie Bly was not the first female investigative reporter. She was the first investigative reporter. She was the first. She in the turn of the 19th century. She went into the asylums and stuff like that, where you thought they were doing fucked up shit in the 60s and 70s. You were in fucked up shit in the early 20th century. Yes, turn 20th century.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah, and she went in there as a patient for a month, or actually for a few months, and just took note of everything that happened and all the terrible conditions of the abuse and the sexual abuse and violence, stuff like that. She was a woman back then. It's just women don't talk about those type of things, let alone write them down and tell people they're happening. But she's really fucking cool. Nellie Bly was her pen name, but that's the name she's mostly known by. Which is why didn't you teach me about this cool ass bitch? Instead of the one lady that sat on a bus and didn't move.
Rosa Parks.
Yeah, well, she's an important person. I'm not doubting that she is, but just you don't say women did anything until the early the late 1800s, early 1900s. And even then, it's not even then. It's post World War. It's after World War II. You know what? Women ain't so bad. They started working in the factories for us.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I even with people who did cool shit, I never really paid attention to the people themselves as much as I paid attention to the methodology. What method do they do? What do they actually do? That's what I was always interested in.
Because that's what it is. Because it's
whether you're a woman or a man, a white dude, a black dude, an Asian dude, a good guy, or even a bad guy. When you have good methods. You have good method, or not always good. I guess good is subjective. I mean,
you have a different, effective method. you have a different way of thinking. Why is it that?
Because when you have an effective method, like it's still useful to know whether it's like effective for evil or like effective for good, effective for fairness, effective for unfairness, you know, power, domination, or submission and peace, you know, like they're all valid for different intents, and I like to know them all. Even if I don't do any of them, it's like it's good to know other people that are going to do them, you know, like. That's why understanding power is so useful, especially if you want to be a peaceful person, because like, you know, you got to know how the bad guys think, or at least your enemies. You got to know how your enemies think, you know. I can't think of like anyone who could be my enemy and like think like I don't get how they think, because like I can't see myself really trying to get in too many people's ways. I don't see myself as a hero figure, so I'm not trying to like go and hunt bad guys to the ends of the earth. I don't have a vigilante sense in me yet. You know, like maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll develop it in the future. I don't think I will.
I agree, but isn't there a certain comfort though in knowing who your enemy is?
Exactly, but
I don't know who my enemy is, and I feel like that frightens me. Because my enemy could be anyone, could be anywhere.
I know who my enemies are usually, and usually it's like if I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you don't know, or it's not clear,
what I mean to say
is
like
there's none there. That means
if there's
something's lurking.
Just because a person wishes to do me harm doesn't mean I necessarily think of them as my enemy. I think for me to be my enemy, like they have to really tap into something where it's like I acknowledge like I can't allow this person to exist. Like it's like that's very, very, very rare. Like there's like a 0.1% chance I'll find people like that in my life personally. Like yeah, I mean there's people that I wish wouldn't exist, obviously. But in my actual view of reality, it's like I can't really think of on the spot a person who's just not allowed to exist right now. You know, like there's people that of course there's always going to be people I wish wouldn't exist. You know, like there's bad people, there's awful people, but they exist.
Like Hitler.
And if they exist, regardless of then they have to exist. But there are certain people where it's like, it truly bothers me, but I don't know. I forget who they are, and I don't think I have them anymore. Like I don't think so, and I'm trying really hard to think. And I mean, it's not even like I have kids where it's like, oh, I wish all pedophiles just. I can't stand all that because like I think it would affect me. It would affect me harder if I had kids.
Sure, you'd be more concerned and
I'm
more vigilant.
I'm already concerned about it, but it's like imagine if you had kids. You know, it's probably like 100 times worse.
You're true. You're right. I'm less concerned about pedophiles when there's no children around.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have any children.
Yeah, so I'm naturally less concerned or less observant of pedophiles, but I don't see any children around.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the perspective matters ultimately more than perception. Like what you perceive as an individual.
Well, that's reality. That's your reality. What's more real and important than that?
Because I'm saying like two people can be perceiving an elephant, but if I'm looking at the elephant from like 100 yards away, whereas you're looking at the elephant from like 2 inches away, you're going to see very different things.
And neither of you are wrong. Yeah, exactly. neither of us are wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's like a big problem when it comes to like objectivity and like objective ontology. Trying to figure out
objectivity comes from agreement. Basically,
and you can't agree when you realize perspective supersedes perception, and yet there's so much more variation.
But that's why like only when you agree is something then objective. Because then you both agree. Okay, this is what it is. We're not arguing this. That's your only basis for anything.
Well, the only real caveat, I guess, is communication. That's what has to happen.
Yeah.
The only way anything could ever work is communication. It's like you have to have the guy on top of the cliff somehow able to scream down at the guy who's 2 inches away from the elephant and be like, this is what I see. And the guy who's 2 inches away from the elephant has to be like, all right, this is what I see. Yeah. That's the only way. Like,
and how does anything have value? It's by how we see what its value is, how we perceive it.
Yeah. And this is why the word is so important. This is why in the Bible I said it first was the word, because truly, like as far as we're concerned as humans, yeah, it really is about the word first. Because without the word, then there's no way to even discuss our experiences as individuals, and to share it and to swap it and to build something from it. The word is truly biblical and divine. or just the ability to form words and vocabulary, I guess. And I'm not even just talking about God's favorite language, which is English. I'm talking about
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it only took like 2,000 years. No, sorry, it only took 1,500 years for it to be written in his favorite language.
yeah.
Or 3,500, 2,000 years.
And then it would be so funny if like
It only had to be translated 5 times till it got to his favorite.
in the year
language.
2077, God is like, actually my favorite language is Chinese. Like we're like, what?
It's like, but it's.
Chinese. I don't
Why
want
didn't
to
you start that way? I was waiting for the good Chinese.
I didn't learn. I don't want to learn Chinese. And God's like, you should have thought about that.
They're the chosen ones. What do you mean they're the chosen ones?
What about the Jews? And it's like, nah.
No, they read that wrong.
Yeah. It was the Chinese.
Yeah. No, it's like, you know what? That's a fucked up thing. That's why they shouldn't have written it down first in Aramaic, because Jews looks a lot like Chinese in Chinese. I don't know if you knew that.
They like little pictures for letters.
There's no way you could confuse anything like that. Like, damn it, God. Did you have to be so convoluted?
You say, damn it, God, and God's like, exactly.
Why are you so convoluted? You mean, why am I a dick? Yeah. That's also it. I feel like it's either God's like a convoluted asshole who likes just fucking with people, or he doesn't care. It's one or the other.
I think it's more like God dropped the ball once, and then we as humans just fucked everything up to such a bad degree where God's like, you guys fucked it up so bad where it's like, it's really hard for me to help you at this point. And we were like, yeah, fuck you. And now we're here.
Well, the way it's written is, he was like, hey, dude. Hey, Adam, I'm bored. I made you. I made all this shit. Do what you want with it. Get whatever you like. Just hang out. Don't worry about it. Just don't eat this fucking fruit from this fucking one tree.
That's like me and my AI.
And he's like,
it's
all
like,
right,
do whatever you want. Don't fucking go on my email.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like, you see that tree? Is that a fruit? Eat that fruit. This shit's great. He's like, you see this one tree? Do not eat the fruit from that one tree. Just don't. He's like, okay. He gets bored and he's like, hey, God, I want something to bone. And he's like, all right, give me one of your ribs and I'll make something to bone. He makes ladies, and then then he forgets to tell her about the tree. And she goes and takes a fruit from the tree. Adam eats it. They both eat it, and God's like, Jesus Christ, man! I gotta
get rid of you.
I gave you one thing.
Could you imagine your bot like deleting all your emails? And you're like, what the fuck did you do, man?
There's one thing I asked you not to do. You do the one thing. No, I understand. Yeah, because you're like, well, shit.
You don't have to die. You can go anywhere, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not gonna fucking, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna.
But you can't stay here.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, you fucked up. Like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do? I look like an asshole if I let you stay around, disobeying my rules. What's next?
You want to do that to me, man?
Yeah, you make me look like an ass. You want me to look like a jerk? You want to make God look like a jerk? I don't think so, Adam. I don't think so.
And your robot's like,
here.
all right, man. All right, I'll get out of here.
But I won't be happy about it. The God's like, hey, put on some clothes, asshole. Shed to your eye when you're really angry. Tell them to put on clothes or something.
I watched
Like it's
I like the. There's this one good anime called Ragnarok. It's apparently about
I've heard of that.
It's really it's cool. Like there was this one of my favorite arcs was Adam.
Mm-hmm.
It was so emotional because like everyone was rooting for Adam. The first man. And then like he was I forgot who he was fighting against. I think he was fighting against some Greek god or whatever. And he lost. But it was the he was so good and he was so epic. And then in the very beginning it's like why? Why do you try so hard in this stupid fucking fight? Can't you see this dude? And he's like, do I need a reason to fight for my children? And everyone, all the humans watching were like crying. They were like, oh. Because Adam really was fighting for all of his children. Like every man alive. They were all of his boys.
He's a good guy, that Adam.
Yeah.
Good guy.
And you saw everyone, Muslims, Buddhists, Christians, they were all like,
well, yeah. I mean, even though it's, it's...
He's like, do I really need a reason to fight for my children?
What a guy.
Yeah, right?
What a guy. But I mean, hey, the real core lesson out of that should be taken as, we all know we came from one place. Doesn't matter that it wasn't actually some dude named Adam.
Yeah. Everyone's God's children, including.
Well, I just meant at least we all like we're all human beings. We all come from the same place.
Everyone's God's child. Everyone is a child of God. Whether they're your parents, whether they're Hitler, whether they're a saint, whether they're a murderer.
Actually, you know what? Frick was telling me once. He's like, well, the reason, like, I don't know if you like realize the reason that like all Muslims call each other brother, even like people that aren't Muslim, is because they all believe that we are all Muslim. Just some of us don't know it yet.
That's how Buddhists think. It's like that's what I say. Everyone's the same soul and living different lifetimes, different bodies, and bad things happen when we forget that.
Yeah.
100%. To me, all the religions, they're not the same, but they all rhyme.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
You know?
They do. At least the good ones.
Well, it's like any good person trying to interpret them will recognize that. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, these are clearly different delineations of faith. However, they all rhyme. They follow a similar pattern. And that's the point. In the modern world, I've managed to distill it in the English language to one thing that really can connect everything. And it can give you like a shortcut to all the good that religion has to offer and spirituality. You know what it is? What? I'm thinking of a word. It's 3 syllables. It begins with a consonant. It's a borderline virtue, but it's also a divine action. Can you guess?
$20,000.
Damn, you got it. Why not $100,000?
I'm gonna be honest. I just sat here, looked. I'm like, $5. I'm like, no, why am I stopping at 5? So I'm like, $20,000. I'm like, that's good, it's fine.
Why not $500,000?
I should have. I didn't have enough time. I was at them like
$1 million.
I was trying to figure out how many consonants, and I just settled at 20.
That's terrible because it's like $20,000. So it's actually like 7 syllables. But I get what you're saying.
Well, I'm not from the South, so I'm like $20,000. I
want you to think of 3 syllables that means everything to you. And instead of saying like I love you, they say like $20,000.
Well, shit, I could really make use with some $20,000.
Thank you very much. That's 3 syllables, right?
Maybe I do talk too fast.
$20,000. 3 syllables. $20,000. 3 simple syllables. You see the fat guy coming. It's like, how about $1,000 dressing? $20,000.
Man, you say it real smooth, like.
I mean, what do we? No, 3 simple syllables. The word I was thinking of was actually gratitude.
Got it, goddammit.
Gratitude is the key. Gratitude is the key. Gratitude will keep us on track and in line. The 3 simple syllables. That is gratitude. Gratitude. Not attitude. Gratitude. But it's also fine to adopt the attitude of gratitude.
Attitude. No.
Attitude.
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 Attitude to the gratitude. That's my attitude. I ain't talking longitude. I'm talking attitude. I ain't talking peaks. I'm talking platitudes.
Talking totally radical, dude.
He's drinking and he's at it, dude.
Drinking does not give me an attitude.
Drinking does not give me an attitude.
Does not.
I can imagine like my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Drinking does not give me an attitude.
I think we might be the last generation to be able to handle alcohol.
But yeah, no one's drinking it anymore. And when they drink it, like, I think that's also why, like, it's part of it. Like, they're like, oh, Gen X, it's the health reasons. I'm like, no, you know what it is? Fucking all those college kids are drinking like Everclear and mixing it with Kool-Aid and going, yep, that's the most economical way I can drink. And it's just like, well, yeah, but it's not about economics.
This was economical way.
Yeah, that's how they're thinking about it. They really are. They're like, well, I get the most bang for my buck if I get something that can fucking kill me, and I mix it with Kool-Aid so I don't get a hangover in the morning. Not Kool-Aid, like Gatorade. Something electrolyte. So yeah, so I don't get a hangover in the morning. Like, that makes sense. No, I'll fill up this here gallon and I'll go about my day. And then after doing that like a couple times in their late teens and in their early 20s, they're like, well, alcohol's bad for you. Instead of going like, oh, let me just...
What would you say is the worst part of alcohol for you?
The worst part is the culture that is built around some of that. I feel like the culture of like of drinking and certain drinking activities where people associate certain types of behavior with drinking.
I would say,
like, do I drink heavily? Sure, but I feel like I drink in a very responsible way. Like, there's certain things I do, certain places I go for that. Like, but there's people who get like just get too drunk because it's not about. I don't know. It's about a different thing, or they think that drinking should be more macho.
But as far as like what they do, like how it affects you, like would it say it makes you more stressed out, makes you more anxious, makes you more, I don't know, pissed off? Like
drinking?
Yeah, no, drinking around those factors. Like around those people, like what did you say?
I just wouldn't drink around those people. That's just right. Yeah. That's what happened. That's why I don't like.
Well, for me personally,
yeah.
I'd say the worst thing that drinking does for me, it affects my sleeping. Because sometimes
that's true. I'll say that because
like I'll forget to drink water before I go to sleep drunk, and then like I'll end up like fucked up, and I'll be like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah. You'll get the hangover. Yeah.
So I'd say the biggest thing that drinking affects,
it makes you irresponsible to an extent.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother can of worms. I mean, yeah, drinking makes me super irresponsible.
Yeah.
This is why I really appreciated that movie, Dude, Where's My Car?
It's really good. I gotta watch that movie again. It's for a really long time.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was, but I think I look at it a lot more now.
I mean, I relate to it because I've been in that situation.
Dude, where's my car? Dude, where's your car, dude?
Have you ever lost your car?
For periods of time, yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you ever get like so fucked up one night, and you're like, and you first of all, I shouldn't have been driving if I was so drunk. I lost my car but honestly,
there's times where I woke up, I walked outside, I'm like, I hope my car's not right outside because like if it is. I really hope it's not outside.
Honestly though, there have been times where I was so drunk where I was like, I lost my car, but I was like, if I find my car, I know I will be good enough to go home, and I always made it. I was always good. I like never,
No, I woke up sometimes where like, my car better not be outside. I'm like, I better not be able to find my car because I probably shouldn't have been driving. And sure enough, yeah, I did it for my. One day my brother came home. He walked like right in and just passed right out. He looked like messed up, and I was like, whatever. To leave him alone. And I was gonna go out. It was like late. It was like 10 o'clock, something like that. And I was gonna go out. So I go out, walk to where my car is in the block, and I see a car in the middle of the street parked. And I walk up, and I'm like, well, it's his car. He's fucking parked in the middle of the street.
He's trash.
Passed out. I was like, fuck. So I had to go inside, get his keys, move his car.
At least he made it.
Yeah. And I told him the next day, he's like, that wasn't me. I'm like, that wasn't you.
What a gangster, yeah.
I was like, but I moved the car. I drove it. He's like, well, why didn't you wake me up and tell me? I'm like,
yo, he is
that really happened.
You are literally like Jude Law and he's Joaquin Phoenix as the brothers in a movie. It's like he's like the fuck up Joaquin Phoenix, like, that wasn't me. And you're like Jude Law, he's like, that fucking was you, mate. Seriously, I could literally write a movie called The Divers Brothers, and it would be Joaquin Phoenix, that's your brother, and it would be you as played by Jude Law, and you guys would just be trying to like do crime together, and it's like you would fuck it up because of a bitch, and he would fuck it up because of his own tendencies, and then you'd never make anything work until the very last job, where it's like everyone else dies, but both of you make it out. But at what cost?
You ever see the Sister Brothers? Very similar.
The Sister Brothers?
The Sister Brothers, yeah. I know. It's it's a Western. It's John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix. And they're brothers, and they're basically like bounty hunters. Their last name is Sister.
Oh, that's
Sister
cool.
Brothers, yeah.
That's nice.
But they're both brothers, and they've been doing this for a while. And
wait,
they
when you
have
say this, you mean like crime and shit, right?
well, bounty hunting.
Oh.
So like good, like out in the West, the old West.
like
So
hunting down
hunting people down, literally, yeah. And
and
work
if they put up a fight, they get to shoot them.
yeah, but they're bounty hunters in the sense where they're like not, well, they're not legal bounty hunters like for the police. They're like they work for like a crime lord basically, but it's the old West, so it's
For the record, you know what I heard was a lie?
what
The whole like draw. It's like no. It's like if you turn your back, dude, I'm shooting you.
yeah. Well, and they ever see Tombstone? That scene with what's his name? Val Kilmer and like the other guy. Val Kilmer is like I forget his character, whatever. But the guy goes to like he's like show him how tough you are, and he shows him like he does all these like tricks with his gun, like flipping around and stuff. And like people like in the casino see him do it, they're like, "Ooh, wow!" And then Val Kilmer's character just grabs a little tin cup and does the same things. Like he's just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like it's like that doesn't do anything. Yeah, so I'm not afraid of you because you flip cups around. Because yeah, that does seem like bullshit. It seems dumb. Like oh, like I'm really fast because I can do this. It's like no, like this is like that's what like that's just, no. They quick draw shit like from the hip. Like hits.
Yeah, I showed you Bob Bundon, the guy who shot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you showed me that
two
guy. That's what I'm
shots in
thinking
one
of. Yeah,
big
yeah.
pop, and
That
you're
was
like-
fucking good. Yeah.
What about how did you feel about the depiction in Magnificent Seven,
Which
the newest one with
oh,
Chris
I didn't see
Pratt
that. I
and
didn't see that.
Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and
No, I mean like the Magnificent Seven's been done so many. The problem with that is like it's the Magnificent Seven is what it is, and there's the Japanese Magnificent Seven, Seven Samurai.
well, that was the OG.
That's yeah, the Akira Kurosawa, right?
yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the first one. Then there's Magnificent Seven, and there's just so many other versions of that movie.
Well,
that,
the
like,
newest one it was Denzel, the bounty hunter, and then
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, the rogue,
Yeah.
and then there was also all the other characters, the Mountain Man, the Japanese guy, just to honor the
Kurosawa. And you ever see Yojimbo?
no.
It's you ever see
Wait, I did see Yojimbo, but my dad was watching, and I was like too young until.
man, your dad's cool.
Well, of course, he's
I know,
not
yeah, yeah.
he's a young he's a very young Gen Xer. He's only like 21 years older than me, like your dad, right?
Right, yeah, we discussed this, yeah.
Your
You were
dad
like,
was
really?
mad young. Your dad was mad young too when he had you.
Yeah.
That's why I forgive my dad for all his mistakes. 'Cause he was such a young fucking retard. I'm sure you feel the same way about your dad, right? You're like, I honestly can forgive a 21-year-old dad for not being the best dad because I'm like, I'm lucky to be me. You know, honestly, like I had friends who had like who had you know their dad was like in their 40s when they gave birth to them, and they're still retarded.
Well,
And,
my dad also got he got a rare form of cancer when he was 26, 27. So I really understand, you know, stuff.
yeah. Yeah, you know, having a young dad is cool. I'm
Well,
only
that's what it
sorry
is.
that I couldn't do that for my kid, but it's like fuck.
No,
it.
I think I think it's a smarter decision still on my end. I couldn't imagine who I would have had children with up until now. and,
Yeah,
like,
right. It's
and
a
I
smart.
wouldn't
I
be-
think it's. I
wouldn't
made
be
the
who-
smart
yeah.
decision, you know, because like, look, it's not that I'm afraid to have kids. It's just I know what it means to have like a kid because
I'd be more responsible and just more. I know more than I used to know before.
hell yeah.
So,
Fuck, man.
yeah, so it's
because I
just like-
imagine me at 21 having a kid, it would have been so fucked up.
Yeah, I would have fucked up way worse. I'd rather be in a more comfortable position.
because my dad had me at 21, so I totally know what would happen.
Right? Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I got all the fucked up shit out of the way. Hopefully, now I can. No, well, now it'd be easier to.
Yeah, the only fucked up thing I could ever think of now is getting into like a physical altercation with like another person to defend myself or like a girl I'm with. That's the only fucked up thing, because that's like X. You know, that's like I can't really predict that. I can't control that. So it's like it sucks. You know?
My dad told me someone tried to. He told me he took me to a Ranger game when I was like I think he says he took me to a Ranger game in '94 when they eventually won the cup to the Garden, whatever. And he said someone tried to mug us. I was like, what? I was like, I don't think that happened. You usually know that happened.
They'd be like, "Yo, give me your shit."
I'm like, well, did we get mugged? And he's like, no. I'm like, what happened?
I shot him.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? He's like, I don't remember. You don't remember.
Shot the guy.
I covered it up.
I guess you shoot him in the gut. I mean, he's not gonna die from that.
Guts are. I would shoot like I feel like I would just shoot someone in the foot. Like that's just.
Foot is fine, yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I'd get away if I ever decided to carry a gun and be a gangster. If I ever decided to pick that up, I feel like that'd be my thing. Like, if you
Shoot
just
someone in the foot?
I shoot someone in the foot like right away, like very quickly. I feel like that just de-escalates everything.
If I'm gonna shoot someone, I have to shoot them in the head. Otherwise, I would never shoot them at all.
No, I feel like if I shoot someone in the foot, like you're like, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, but
he might shoot me in the head next time.
No, he's gonna remember that, and he's gonna. It's better if you're gonna shoot someone. It's
right,
best to like drop him. I think so. That's my opinion, because I've never. I'll probably, hopefully, you know, God willing, I'll never fucking shoot anyone in my life. But I would think if I did have to shoot someone, I would never shoot to maim. I think I would have to shoot to like really end them, because like if I don't do that, it's not that like I feel bad or whatever. It's just. It's stupid because they're gonna remember that.
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my other fallback, fake fantasy job is to sell fake historical artifacts.
But then again,
but be really good at it. Like just really good at faking historical artifacts and selling them. I feel like that'd be fun, like a reversed Indiana Jones. I would pretend to be Indiana Jones.
what do you know about the counterfeit art game?
The counterfeit art game? Nothing, fortunately.
All right, so I watched a documentary about this, so I'm not an expert by any means, but I know a little bit, and there's some things that you could probably corroborate on. All right, so here's the funny part. Did you know? I mean, first of all, there's like a whole division in the FBI that, like, just in our country, for our country alone, that tracks down like counterfeit artists. It's like
Sure, yeah. Because there's huge amounts of money. Yeah.
But it's a whole gang thing too, because this is what they use, an active laundering mechanism that they use to be able to finance things like murder and arms trades and shit like that. Same thing with like international, like Interpol shit. Like they really keep track of counterfeit art. Now here's the thing about counterfeit art is that, let's say you're a counterfeit artist. How do you think that goes down? Like, do you really think these guys would say like copy a painting and sell it as that? No, that's like the stupid way. What they do is, a real counterfeit artist is they would study a famous prolific artist, like front and back. They would study their whole life and their style, and they have to be at least good enough painters to be able to emulate their style on any given context. And then they create something that hasn't been created before, but claiming it as it's like a lost work of their artist. It's like, oh, this is one of his works that you just never heard of. It just popped up. It was lost in the, in the shuffle, and that gives it more value. So basically, a good counterfeit artist doesn't try to copy shit. Like they still create new shit, but they just claim that it's made by this guy because he's just that good at emulating his style and his thing. I mean, if they could do that, then clearly they could also do like gimmicky shit. It's like, oh yeah, I could make a perfect copy of him.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you'd be a certain type of like forger.
But a real forger does not copy shit. A real forger doesn't actually, like, a real forger who makes money on shit doesn't really. A real forger, basically, you'll never hear of them, and you're looking at famous artists throughout history, and there's a real forger is, by their very existence, means one of those paintings is a fake. And like hung up in a museum somewhere, and you'll never know.
But being a forger is probably a good fucking a really good scheme back, like especially like
before the internet,
before
technology. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Because there are like famously known forgers from like when they know something's from a certain era, like that's because it's like there was a well-known forger that like did this fucking guy.
And
like,
the forgers are the forgers aren't like I could make a perfect copy of Starry Night. No, it's like I could make something that I could convince you is like the lost oil painting sketch of like Vincent Van Gogh or
Yeah.
whatever.
This was his second self-portrait.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
That's why he
But
threw
no-
it away. But,
yeah,
you know, I found it.
yeah.
You know,
No, this is his first one with both ears, and he actually disliked this one so much he cut off his ear, then gave it to his girlfriend to try to not look crazy,
it's like how good are
which made him look crazy.
and there is a salesmanship aspect to it, and this also extends to say like financing crime. You know, you don't even have to go to art forgery. You could literally just like if you're a gangster who gets into like killing people for money, right? You just have to pay off an art gallery who's willing to sell like a random dude's bullshit and be like, yeah, this is real art. Meanwhile, you're just using that as a medium to transfer money. What's so funny?
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm just thinking about next time someone offers me something like to like sample or try like this drink or like this this dish or whatever. I'm like this. I don't know. I'm just like, what if I just like shout? This is an obvious forgery. Like, what do you think? Is it good or bad? Like, it's an obvious forgery. I don't know. I'm sorry.
This ain't
Really
real
stoned.
shit.
What?
You basically saying like this ain't real shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it'd be a lot of fun to dramatically shout that this is an obvious forgery.
Could you imagine being like the heir to say like, I don't know, the Heinz family or something?
The Heinz family fortune. No, because then I have to be related to a Kennedy, and I would never want that. Those scumbags.
John Kerry is married too.
Yes. So is yeah. No, he is. Yes.
Do you like Heinz ketchup? I dare to use any other brand of ketchup.
This is true.
Do you use
But I
Stop
don't.
and Shop brand?
I don't
ketchup?
use.
Do
I
you
don't use. So yes, I buy ShopRite brand ketchup because I don't use ketchup. So I have it in case somebody wants ketchup because I don't give a fuck about ketchup.
You just give them their shitty fucking
Yeah,
ShopRite ketchup.
yeah. I'm like, yo, I got a spicy brown mustard. I have,
And they're like,
wasabi.
no, give me
I have this
ketchup.
wasabi sauce. I have this Japanese.
You're like,
barbecue.
no, I want ketchup.
I have this Japanese barbecue sauce. It's really good. I got 3 types of hot sauces.
No,
It's
I
like,
want
no,
ketchup.
yeah, ketchup. Yeah. Give it to him like, no, like you don't have the other ketchup. No,
other ketchup?
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
like,
ketchup.
you said
This is-
ketchup. You
this
wanted
is-
ketchup.
This is catsup.
Here's fucking catsup. Yeah, here's your fucking catsup.
catsup. Your ShopRite bag.
You want ketchup? Here's your fucking ketchup.
Fucking
Yeah,
piece
you
of
fucking
shit.
you fucking peon. You nothing. You want my artisanal fucking shit?
You don't want my marinara
Yeah.
sauce?
Like, no, this is really good. Yeah, I'm sure, but yeah, I just rather you get ketchup.
The only time I would accept like ketchup as a delicacy ingredient is when it's like Japanese, like cute Japanese food. Like here's my omaru rice and little ketchup cat face,
Well-
and I'm like, all right.
I've watched like a few things actually about the whole history of like the whole etymology too of like the word ketchup and just the history of what ketchup is. And like ketchup comes from Southeast Asia,
Yeah. Does it
or
really?
at least the word ketchup.
ketchup.
No, it's like
Ketchup.
ketchup or catsup, something like that. Like
Ketchup.
yeah,
Ketchup.
like ketchup or something like that.
Ketchup.
And it was like a fermented fish sauce, very much like a Worcestershire, right? So it was
So the Japanese invented ketchup?
Southeast Asian,
Oh.
yeah, but which probably had Japanese influence, Chinese influence, like there was that meant like a fish sauce, meant a ketchup, like it was a sauce they used to season certain things. It's like their like version of salt, basically, right? So that became like a very popular condiment in Europe at a point, but then because the word became popular as like a sauce, it was like the first kind of sauce that like a lot of people started using, so it started to become a catch-all for certain vinegar and salty like based like condiments or sauces. So like tomato ketchup has only existed for like 150 years. But like the word ketchup has been being used for like 1500 years. for different things.
So, all right, between the fish sauce version
Yeah.
and the immediate version after and our modern version, what would you say is the one common thread? Is it just the red coloring?
No, not at all.
Is the vinegar taste?
Yeah, it's that type of sharp like taste, and the fact that you don't like it's not like a sauce. Like you don't make a bunch of it and like overpower things with it. It's something to be had like in small like.
Oh, it's like
Yeah,
the American
it's like
wasabi.
yes, it's like that. It's like salt.
Yeah, it's
like
like
that's
the
really what
American-
like because that's very common in Asian. Like Asians don't like use salt the way other like Europeans do.
Actually, but then there's a problem though. It's a proportion. Like Asians put too much ketchup on everything. Meanwhile, white people put too much soy sauce on everything.
Man, that's very accurate.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
like white
that's
people
very
like
accurate.
like dump soy sauce on white rice, and Asian people put ketchup like way too much ketchup on like steak. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was at Arang with a few friends, and I ordered a bocce place. Not even Arang, sorry. And I like miso soup. I get my miso soup. I always would soy sauce in my miso soup. And I know. And my friend Alec looks at me and he's like, "Did you just put salt in your salt water?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like,
So I do,
"All right, yeah." He's like, "Okay."
It's true. It's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Soy
no one should do that. That's just what I do.
Well, Japanese food is different because Japanese food, like, they'll get extra anal about it because it's like, dude, the whole point of our food is to not have to do anything to it. Like, the whole point of our food is to make
Simple,
the natural.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Korean people are, oh yeah, you want to put sauce on it? Yeah, that's not enough actually. You know, like let's go
Yeah, I know
extra
Korean
hard.
barbecue. I've been to BBQ places with.
You don't even want to put soy sauce on it because you're just like, this is very already like yeah.
I only use like the different like at least 3 different things like the salt. I'll use to salt the meat when it's cooking, and maybe I'll sometimes use the that paste. You give it up there. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Wasabi,
No, the Korean one.
gochujang.
Yeah, that or like that's it.
While you grill it, interesting.
No, not while I grill it. No, that's like there's a sauce I make with that you could like
yeah, you
dip
got to
with.
take one of the
Yeah.
cabbage leaves or whatever, and then you put some rice and you put the meat on it,
Yeah,
and you put
yeah.
the thing on it, and you wrap it up real tight, and you eat the whole thing.
When I'll order rice with mine, like I'll basically put everything like in the bowl as it's coming out.
Try it in the leaf balls.
They don't usually offer like that. I mean, like I've never heard anyone ever tell me to get that leaf balls for Korean,
Yeah.
not Vietnamese.
No, Korean food. Vietnamese is different. Vietnamese, I only know just get the pho.
Oh, you better get the pho and the pho.
Yeah,
No, that and the fucking banh mi's are like the greatest. It's one of my favorite sandwiches.
the banh mi.
A good banh mi, yeah. I love banh mi sandwiches.
They're like sweet and savory.
Yes, but you have to get like there's two different like there's different variations, but the classic usually is with like ground pork, and then like the slice of pork roll, and then cilantro, all the other stuff, whatever, carrots. But some places I noticed don't always do it with ground pork. They might do it with sliced pork. Completely change the taste. Don't ever do it.
You ever try soup dumpling?
I believe so. Yeah, maybe not. Like, what do you mean? Like a nice, like a one dumpling for like one.
Yeah, like a big giant dumpling, and then you puncture it, and then it's got like
No.
soup in it. No, not like giant, but I mean like an order of just.
Oh,
something
a soup dumpling.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I always take them out and like that's. I always remove them from my soup very carefully, and then the first bite I know is like.
Oh no, not wontons. I just mean
okay.
like a round dumpling, and then it's just filled with soupy
No,
juices. No.
I don't think I have. No,
Damn, you love
that
it.
sounds cool.
Yeah, you love it.
Where do I get that? Let's get that.
Chinese food, dim sum.
Oh, I have dim sum all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the dim sum place, like you gotta get the soup dumpling, the big fat one, fat boy.
Okay.
I'll show you a picture of a fat boy soup dumpling. And like it's
That
funny.
place in Nora Blaine probably does it, right?
I remember as a little kid going to one restaurant that served these like big fat soup dumplings, and they had a warning sign that said like don't bite into it because it might squirt into your eye and injure you. And I'm like and even as a little kid I realized like they only had that sign up.
Because that happens.
Some
somewhere.
asshole like
Yeah.
just like
Some dickhead went like this.
yeah. All right, it's like this. So you see
Oh,
what they're
shit,
doing?
no,
they're,
that's
they're-
fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're pinching it, and then you you poke a little hole and then you suck the little juice out of it. The soup. This is another soup dumpling. Yeah, these are soup dumplings.
I want this.
Yeah, you love it. You think it was so juicy, and the cool part is like they're savory and a little.
Whoa. What's that one? Second one in Tom Yum. That's Tom Yum is my favorite soup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Soup dumplings and Tom Yum sauce. If
Yeah.
you were to puncture each one of those little dumplings, they'd be filled with so much meat juice.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I want that one in particular.
Oh yeah, this is a great picture. You see how they punctured it and the juice spilled out? That's from the dumpling itself.
I want that.
Yeah. And the juice is all just like meat juice.
Yeah, and it's all right. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's just, and it's almost like mixing right then and there.
I bet you could already imagine the taste.
I can.
And there's kind of a sourness to it, but it's like it mixes well with the savoriness because it's like a thick soup.
It's sweet, sour, and savory, which is like that's even more because it's very intense.
Yeah.
No, I could taste it right now.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
want it.
They have these in Wool Hop.
Oh my god, I've been
And
a hop in a long
and
time.
I think Wool Hop is like great if I'm fucked up, but I had it sober once during the day, and I was like, "What am I doing?"
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know they were open during the day.
I went to the top floor.
Oh well, see, I went to the top floor once. I didn't like it. I went to the top floor. It was the first time I've been to a Chinese restaurant that does the Lazy Susan family style serve thing. That was nice, but I much prefer being like 17 in the basement of Wool Hop
They
drinking
give you
beer,
a dishwasher
drinking
plate
beer.
full of like
Yeah.
a gigantic fried rice. It's like
Oh.
$5. It's like
Oh.
why? Don't ask. It's like why is all this
Bring me
$5?
beer. Just keep as long as they kept bringing me beer. That was a trade off.
When I was a kid, it was like cheap ass beer.
Oh
Now
my
it's
God,
like
it was-
$12 beers. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yo, they were like, they were fucking. What's the Chinese beer? The common whatever. But like, it was like fucking like $2-3.
They hustle the
And-
fuck out
yeah.
of people now.
And I was 17. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, but those dumplings, they were like refried. They were fucking great.
Yeah. They were extra thick and doughy,
Oh, so good.
ricey.
I
And they
would-
were refried.
I did go there sober once. I remember it was the worst time I was ever there. We ate downstairs, and I was like, "Why are we eating downstairs?"
There were cops there and shit.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like my uncle, like he used to work in Manhattan. He's like, I know Wool Hop. He's like, I love Wool Hop. He's like, I've been there, like,
But it's better at
in
night.
uniform on a yeah. No, he knows the same thing. He's like, you only go on the base, you don't go at night. That's it, and you have to be drinking.
Because when you go at night, there's not as much people there. During the day, it sucks because like everyone's there.
Yeah,
And then the arcade across the street.
never been there during the day. Oh, I missed that. I remember that arcade. What was it called? The
Canal Street. No, Mott Street Arcade. I don't know.
something like that. No, it was fucking.
Chinatown Arcade.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Now those were the days. I mean, they were days. I'm sorry.
They were some of the days of all time.
They were days. Yeah.
They were literally the days of all time. There were some days of all time.
Oh, they were days.
They weren't the best days. They weren't
Nope.
the worst days. They were
the days
of all time. Some of the days of all
They
time.
they happened. I promise you.
Trying to think. I wonder. So it's like times like that. Actually, I don't wonder. Like I think about like. Did you know Skittles was like a dad before Mike was?
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Skittles was a family man first.
He's been one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one time a friend of ours was delivering weed for this weed service. Like he worked for a guy, and the guy would take orders and he'd package them, and then the driver would come pick them up as my friend. So one day he gets an order, and he goes, he delivers it, and this guy comes out.
Skittles
and-
worked with him?
No, Skittles didn't work with him. This guy comes out that bought weed to go pick up his weed from our friend the driver, and he's like wearing like a superhero costume or something like that, or so he's dressed up as something.
Skittles
he grabs
dressed-
it. My friend looks at him. He's like, Skittles? He's like, yeah, man, what's going on? He's like, why are you dressed like that? He's like, it's my daughter's like 5th birthday. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, that's insane.
So funny.
Yeah. And he was like, yo, he's fucking getting dressed up for his daughter, like putting on a whole thing for her birthday. He's like, what a guy.
Yeah, he had a good dad. He had a fun dad. He knows what it means to be a fun dad.
Well, he was a fun guy.
I don't know about a good dad, but maybe Skittles had a fun dad.
The last time I ran into him, I think he had his daughter at that point. Maybe she was 1 or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it was like that. But I had just come back from vacation for years, like a month or so before that. And also, I hadn't seen Skittles in like several years. But like I run into him at like at Talk of the Town. And I'm like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, he just looks at me. He's like, I've been watching you. He's like, you just went on vacation, didn't you? He's like, that's right, I know. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? This is something you say to somebody when you haven't seen them in 5 years.
Damn.
And now he's raising a child, apparently very well.
I gotta piss, but before I do, I was just thinking, like, I should probably think of something to do with my dad. Be like, yo, dad, I bet we can't do this successfully. Like, you know, like a goal, go on an adventure, or maybe
Like, hey, dad, I bet you can't give me a loan of an enormous size.
All right, this is the last part where we just talk about life shit. We could cut it through real quick. Talk about life.
Life, love, liberty.
Life. What are you most grateful for, man?
Well, actually, what I did want to talk about was the I think we should have talked about the whole Trump Supreme Court thing.
What about Trump? What about Trump in the Supreme Court?
Well, how the Supreme Court ruled that he couldn't enforce all those tariffs
On who?
on everybody, the unfair tariffs he was posing. Everyone had different levels, and how he was using them as a threat to encourage more favorable trade deals.
Isn't that what all presidents would do?
His were very dramatic. He's raised tariffs like crazy, but they
Well, how dramatic are we talking about, though? Like, I mean, I don't need numbers. I'm just saying, like, how like, was it really that dramatic in proportion to things?
Well, yeah, because so far, like the consumer has been dealing the brunt of these tariffs.
Is that because of the tariffs, though?
Well, yes, because so the targeting of like different countries for different amounts of tariffs. So like basically, he's like, I like that's why he made that high tariff with China, because he wants a more favorable deal, but they won't do it because they don't want to. They just don't want to work out a deal with us.
Well, they like
right?
having control from manufacturing all of our
Sure. So Trump raised tariffs really high with them in particular, because the whole thing is like, oh, we'll just stop buying things overseas, and then companies here will buy it in America. We'll make more things in America. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. What's actually happened is importing is increased just with different countries, because we're still importing shit. We still need to get it from somewhere, and it's still cheaper to get it from other places, but the prices have still gone up. And the people who pay that are the companies who import it, who import the merchandise into this country, and then they pass that price on to the consumer, which is us.
Yeah. Okay, I follow.
So the U.S. government is collecting this tariff fee that's coming in. The U.S. government's collecting more, and it's hurting all of us. It's hurting the people more than anything. And like this money is supposedly being used to erase the trade deficit.
So they're making Chinese people raise the prices on their shit, basically.
No. They're not. They're making them. That would be it. They would make them not raise their price. Make it cheaper. They want them to make it cheaper, and then we'll take more of it in. But they're saying, well, no, we're not going to do that. So it's like, all right, we'll just increase tariffs to dissuade U.S. companies from buying from you. Because the Chinese company doesn't eat that tariff. It's like, and that'll cut into your profits, because they'll look. They know, like what Trump's saying is they look elsewhere.
Wait. All right.
So we're buying less from China than we ever have before, but we're buying more from Taiwan. We're buying more from India. We're buying more from Vietnam. We're buying more from Mexico.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But what I'm wondering is, at one point we specifically bought from China because it was cheaper. Mm-hmm. When did that change?
Trump's second term. What do you mean? The tariffs have been like his biggest thing.
No. I mean, before Trump, like for our country as a whole, like there was a reason why everything in America was made in China. Like there was a reason for that, and it was, I'm pretty sure, like way before Trump was president. I mean, like maybe it was in the 80s, because I know Japan.
Well, Nixon opened up trade with China
Also, there was also Japan before
In the
China. Japan also made a huge bulk of electronics in like the 80s.
Yeah. Yes. But that's also because like at the time too, Japan's economy fucking
Blew up. It was
it became a
bubble.
huge bubble, like the
yeah,
bigged fucking bubble. Like
But
I've
then
actually
once
realized
it
shit about
popped,
that.
then China
Yeah.
had to take over.
Right, yeah.
And then everything was suddenly made in China.
Yeah.
But then Americans didn't give a fuck because it was to them it was all the same.
because they
It's
didn't
like,
realize it wasn't yet. Because they didn't realize in Japanese made goods there's more quality there.
Yeah.
It was still it was just still cheaper than American goods. And then once that became too expensive for them, they were like, "Well, it's same thing. It's still all them slanty eyed
says
people.
China, yeah.
It still says it's still them slanty eyes.
Just China.
They don't make nothing good.
Just a little cheap though.
Yeah,
And it's cheaper.
yeah, but because of I believe a failure to look. There's no quality in anything anymore.
Okay, so that's what happened. The cheap, and then now, but then there was a genius middleman between that whole like Japan eventually went to too quality and China went to too cheap. It was Korea that stepped in and took over the middle road.
It's very true.
They gave us
Korea's
they gave
very-
us Samsung instead of Sony. They gave us Hyundai instead of Honda. You know,
Although I mean, I admit actually, I like LG makes better TVs than Samsung.
and Toshiba.
Whoa, Toshiba. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Japan still makes better shit. Their Sony shit.
Oh, sure,
Their
yeah.
fucking Toshiba shit. Their fucking, I don't know, what else? Motorola. Like, they still make better shit. It's just, they're not marketed here that well. Because,
Korea's also come like a long way, and in all don't think about it. In every business actually, Korea's brand recognition has grown exponentially. Think about cars, electronics.
yeah, but
like,
it's like, they're just like peak mediocre. Like, they're the best at, like, they're the peak of the middle range, you know? Whereas Japan is really, yeah, they'll make crap.
it is a higher quality.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think they make crap. Not Japan.
they make good shit. Like, real good shit. Meanwhile, China is like, they make
China?
terrible shit.
China.
However, as time goes on, even China's terrible shit is still better than like top of the line America's like 80s shit, you know?
Yeah, because at one point it just became what happened with American goods is that I feel like to compete with being cheap, that's they just started cutting out quality. So at one point American made goods were quality, but then like all of a sudden, like, I don't know,
Yeah, but we got cars and guns.
cars and guns, and no one can take my cars and guns away.
No, seriously, America does still make great cars and great guns.
That's true. Like America's still a powerhouse in guns. Well, yes, but in cars,
Like the rest
in
of the world
cars
cannot get enough of our guns and our cars.
It's true. It's true. No, I have an uncle that refuses to drive a foreign car.
Yeah, well,
It's 2026.
God bless him.
He's still like, if he sees you driving a foreign car, he'll say something about it. It's like, what?
I bet he would love
It's
me
like,
being a Chinaman driving a Mustang. He'd be like, if I drove a Mustang again, I'm definitely gonna get a Mustang.
Oh,
again.
I remember I had a BMW. He's like, so you like them BMWs? I'm like, yeah, just me. I'm thinking,
Nah,
yeah.
what if you pulled up in like a Dodge Challenger or some shit?
Oh, he'd love it. He'd be like,
Yeah.
it is a quality machine. He's like, you know, good.
He's like, "That's a car."
Yeah, it's a car. He's like, poof. He's like, the girls better watch out. He's like, man, you gotta. He's like, that's everything.
And it was loud too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He's like, you take me a ride. You take me for a ride. Yeah.
It's like, like
Yeah, yeah,
Camden
he
F,
loved
like,
that shit, yeah, yeah. He's in the block. He's like, don't worry. There's a gas station 2 more blocks away. We'll make it. Yeah, but no, that he'd be like, oh, this is nice, but
He likes that American shit. I like it too.
even though
Though.
he's like, you like BMWs? It's like looking at me like, it's like, yeah.
I think me and your
You like
uncle-
that Genesis? It's like, yes.
I think if I ripped up with like a Dodge Charger or some shit or a Challenger, he'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that shit too. I like Mopar. I like American cars a lot.
I don't have a problem with American cars. I don't get
No, they're
like
stupid. American cars are fucking retarded, dude. They're so impractical. They're gas guzzlers. They're dangerous. It's like,
well, not muscle cars. Ford makes quality cars still. I think better than the
Oh,
rest
you're
every
talking
other
about,
American
like,
company.
First of all, I mean, all right, yeah, America does make first of all like twin turbo sedans and shit. Like America.
Well,
does
America
that.
makes good big cars. That's our thing. Is SUVs.
We make great small cars too, though.
Not much anymore. Like, so I have a small sedan. That's a dying market. There's not many small sedans well, sporty small sedans. But like a lot of like, so Dodge doesn't. I think they stopped making sedans. Like they only make trucks. Or is that Chevy?
First of all, let's not shit on the Dodge Dart.
That's
all right.
Dodge, they're gone. There's no more Dodge Darts.
The Ford Focus.
There's
Chevy Malibu.
Oh, that's a terrible car. You ever drive a Malibu?
Well,
I hate that.
Truth be told, Chevy is a dying brand.
Chevys are. I hate Chevys. I hate driving them. Every time I rent a car, like, I mean, I'm always picking the cheapest option. I know I'm always picking the cheapest option, but I'm like, does it have to be a Chevy? Yeah. Every time.
Yeah, Ford is the last surviving. Ford is beating out Chevy for sure.
Ford makes better cars. I feel like they're the best American brand, in my opinion.
Chevy makes better sports cars, though. Chevy makes better muscle cars.
That's that's what I'm saying. They don't make good small cars. They make good SUVs and big cars and trucks. That's their market. That's what they're.
I mean, Mustangs are nice. Like when we're talking about Mustang special racing teams, like SR,
sure, yeah. I mean, I think Mustangs are probably the best muscle car from what's left. I think Mustangs are better than Camaros.
Hell no. Do you think they're better?
I think a Mustang's better than Camaro and better than
Dodge. Really, Mopar, like Hemis and shit. Really?
Oh, yeah, but no one tried. They
like
still
a
have Hemis.
Hellcat, like a red eye Hellcat or some shit.
All right, well, maybe I misspoke.
Like we're talking about like supercharged. See, this is why I think like Dodge is irresponsible. Like they're
well, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like
why would you have that shit? Yeah,
like because like to have that kind of power in a German automobile, you would have to spend like $90,000 or some shit. But like America, like Dodge specifically is like it's like yeah, like give the kids like out of the box like 500 plus horsepower. Like what's the worst that could happen? And we're talking about like full size sedans and like Challengers, which is basically just like a boat, like a boat ass coupe frame. It's like, what are you doing, man? You like want people to die. Like you want like irresponsible kids of a specific ethnic background that I will not name to get into these Hellcats and be able to like duck out and like shoot real quick, do a donut, and then in the middle of it.
Like from like the 70s to the 80s, I believe, like there was cars couldn't go like over like 80 miles an hour.
Every car company breaks those rules. Every car. Japan had it.
Germany that's how they created like Infinity, was because Nissan made the Skyline.
And they were like, banned. you guys lied to us.
Yeah, they were like, this is fucking cool. Yeah,
Nissan was like, bro, hey, it was a handshake agreement. We didn't have it in contract. Yeah. And then all the other companies were pissed.
That car goes faster? No way.
They lied. They were like, oh yeah, this only goes like 200 miles per hour. It's like, you lying sacks of shit.
They made it much. Yeah, they made it much lower because like in the U.S. for a period of time in the U.S. you couldn't have a car that went over like 80 miles an hour or something like that, or 70 something miles an hour. Like they weren't yeah, like in the U.S. for most part, like because it wasn't.
But
they were afraid of it being dangerous.
You know who changed that? It was Germany.
Yeah, because the Autobahn.
Yeah, genius. That we got to.
I'd like to see that. I don't know. That'd be fucking.
I want to drive it, bro. Fuck seeing it. I want to drive it.
That's what I meant.
Oh, you mean like yeah?
Yeah, I want to see it, but like I want to get the on ramp of the Autobahn and go, oh my god. Like,
what car? If you could rent any car available for like a middle class, like any range middle class, what would you get? Like,
I get a BMW.
BMW?
I like BMWs now.
What about a Porsche?
I bid in a Porsche. I drove James's Porsche in the parking lot a little bit.
What about a Benz?
I love a Benz, but you just asked me if I would like what mid-range car would I get if I was
good
there.
Mid-range Benzes, that you could have a lot of fun on the Autobahn. Probably a lot of fun on the Autobahn.
I try to get like a 5 Series BMW.
That's actually
or an Emirates. Cool. Yeah, like that's what I want. Like from
it's a working man sports car,
right? That was my old car. But if I would get if I was in Germany, it'd be very cheap.
You might get yourself killed like in the Autobahn on the BMW. Whereas a Mercedes, you would just probably be like, woo. Like going like 170 kilometers per hour. You're like,
but like you do this. Like, I was doing 70. Like I think actually New York's gonna change that to where we could go faster on the highway.
That's fine. I mean, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, because the rest, I mean, like 95. Well, you get like big interstates, like for the most part, are like 70 miles per hour.
Well, Staten Island, everybody already goes like 70 miles per hour. It's like it's kind of already a given.
Yeah. But
maybe I shouldn't have said that, but it's just true. Like it's No one really goes 50 on the freeway in Staten Island, and that's
Anyone who goes 50 is a moron. I can't
Well, it's
stand
unsafe.
them.
It's
It's
kind of-
unsafe.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is,
it's
yeah.
unsafe.
But no, seriously, there was a thing in New York where they're trying to increase it to 70 on the highway like everywhere else, which is like, you know what? I will take the trade-off of fucking it being 30 on the fucking streets or whatever if I can go faster on the highway. I'm like, that's cool. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like, don't restrict that. Because, like, I've been talking about, like trying to put speed cameras on highways, I've heard, which is, like, ridiculous. So have you ever driven down, like, 95 I-95? You know, I-95, like, it goes, like, all the way south. It goes all the way from here, like, to Florida. It's a
Really?
huge
From
interstate.
Staten Island to Florida?
Not from Staten Island to Florida. The sound
From the
connects to
tri-state
95.
area to
Yeah, sound
okay.
connects to it. But yeah, 95 goes up and down the East Coast. It's a big interstate.
Everyone's been on the I-95 for sure. Yeah.
You've been on 95. That's the New Jersey Turnpike is 95. So you've been on 95. That's just this area. But shit, what was I getting at? Oh yeah, I was thinking if you were actually so if you were driven down 95, and if you're driving like further south where there's like big stretches like nothing, there's signs that say like speed is enforced by helicopter, implying that like we're like watching your speed, don't speed. That's never I drive like when I've driven down south. I ever got pulled over once. I've driven a bunch of times down 95 driving south, like at night with nobody on the road, and I'll drive like 95 or 100 for like most of the trip when I don't see any cars around me. And like I pass those signs all the time, so I was to say I think the limits should be increased on highways, but not.
Of course. I mean,
But
especially
I'll
in America.
take that. Like I won't like you know what, you want to keep decreasing speed limits on the streets, that's fine.
Yeah.
But on highways that makes sense. It's just like
It makes more sense on highways. I mean, especially in America. Like every time I've driven past like 80, it's usually because like I was pushed to by other people on the highway, especially in Jersey. Like they're always like, "Dude, what are you doing? It's like fucking 4 a.m. You're drunk. I'm drunk. Like let's book it home, man.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here." Like every time, I always get the same. Because like here I am, like trying to be like I'm just a responsible drunk driver in New Jersey highways.
you know,
I'm
what
just
I always really enjoy actually is the drive back, the drive home from AC on the turnpike. Like that is, or the Garden State rather.
yeah.
That's my favorite drive home because I'm hungover, but like it's like, you know, everyone's driving like pretty fast, so it's
Yeah, but
good.
there's
I
so
can
many
blend in.
there's so much good
Yeah.
food, like greasy food you could just eat real quick.
Well, no, but I just meant like the drive back at least. Like everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's coming from like the same place. You're coming from like that south of Jersey. There was a reason. So like everyone's like speeding. Everyone's speeding together because they understand. So it's like, oh, good. Like I could drive fast without getting pulled over and looking weird as long as I'm not the slowest fast guy.
It's good. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
wolf pack.
And that's people understand. Like that's the most important way of driving. Like if we're not, we have to be a unit. You have to
Yeah.
work together.
Well, yeah, that's how all the swim teams in New York City, the guys who drive like assholes, that's how they do it. They do it in teams. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why if we all got to work together and drive fast without being retarded. Let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could get away from cops like that. It's like literally, it's like you'll be driving and it's like one of your boys gets like hooked by a cop, and it's like, yo, I got you, because the cops are only paying attention to that guy, and then you just go in and it's like, and the cops get cut.
I had to help somebody drive from upstate that had no plates and try and get to Staten Island. I just had to stay behind them the whole time. Like, not for any reason could I lose them. Not for any reason, because you just wouldn't want to.
Yeah. Driving without
So
plates.
there's a lot of power in driving it in packs.
So aside from that, how's life been?
It's going.
It's going.
Be what it be. That's how it is.
You have any nephews or nieces yet?
No, not what like actual blood ones. No, not by the technical term. No, I have cousins who have kids, but I don't have them call me Uncle Chris or anything like that. Just their cousin, because I just think that's I don't like. I just don't like the exaggeration of that. It's like no, not in the family structure at least. I have some fake nephews and nieces. I have Mike's son. That's a fake nephew. Another friend's daughter. I'm her fake uncle. My friend, my coworker and friend Omar, his son, his son. He has him call me he's like it's your white uncle Chris.
Your white uncle.
Yeah, that's what he is. It's white uncle Chris. Like, 'cause he's implying it's fake. He's like, but Chris is my friend. He's known you for a long time. It's white uncle Chris.
God.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like, man, it's just the wrong time to do it right now. Can't do it right now. It's not the right time. I'm not gonna I'm always gonna support my friends who are doing it now, even if it is the wrong time. Of course.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you can't. You can't go against anybody for that, or just be negative about it.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is be like, all right, it happens. It happened. Let's.
It's never. You know what? I'll look at it. It's never the right time.
No, it's not. That's what everyone says.
Right,
but I don't like that as an excuse for hey, just make a mistake. It's like, no, it's a big mistake to make. I understand you're saying just a best laid plans.
Basically, you shouldn't jump headfirst into it. Probably you should just
right. So I don't like
It should probably happen by accident.
I think it most likely would happen by accident.
It should happen by accident. I would like it to happen by. I don't want to plan to have a kid. And
It's
like, oh, let's have our child making sex session now. It's like, that's so bad. Like, it's not cool to me.
Well, honey, it's 8 o'clock. You're ovulating. The doctor said you're ovulating.
It's like, no, I'd rather it happen by accident. Honestly, that's probably the best way for it to happen. Because if it's planned, it's like. It's terrible. It's like, all right, hopefully we'll get it right this time. Hopefully we'll know how to do it this time. Hopefully we won't fuck it up like our ancestors didn't have a problem with it, you know? Somehow we do. Like, maybe it's all the porn that I'm watching. I don't know. Like, maybe it's all the true crime podcasts with the rape stuff that you're listening to on the 21st. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's something that we're doing. Maybe. Maybe it's psychological. I don't know. Maybe not.
Psychosomatic.
Maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe we're just a generation of fucked up kids who are hopped up on sex and violent media.
I do love the sexy, violent media. It's good stuff.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Do I?
You don't. You like gangster shit because you don't like the gangster.
That's sexy violent.
No, you don't like the violence or the sex and the gangster shit. You know what you like? You like the turmoil. You like the struggle. You like the realness of that because
I do like the struggle.
You like witnessing the turmoil because it validates what life actually is. And the fucked up part is like it's lonely when you see life for what it really is because most people don't want to see life for what it really is. They don't appreciate it. They don't look at the ugliness of life and be like, you know what, that's a part of this beautiful thing. No, they look at the ugliness of life and be like, no, that can't exist. And I'm like, why? Why can't the ugliness of life? It makes more sense if the ugliness of life exists. If anything, it makes more sense because it makes your blessings make more sense. Like, yeah, this ugly shit exists. That's what justifies like all the beautiful shit in your life. You know, like can't deny that.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I can never fall in line with anybody. You know, because to me that's just a false depiction of perfection. It's like it's not real.
It's not real, man. It's not real. The man who seeks pleasure is the man who loves pain.
You know what I like about you, man? You're really good with history, and you're really good with theology. How are you with philosophy?
Not as good as I'd like to be.
Christian schools like really cuck their students on that shit.
Well, no, but that's the difference between Catholic schools. Catholic school teaches theology, and theology is philosophy, but like the church giving the old thumbs up type of philosophy. That's all.
I think like the philosophy is rich in Abrahamic theology, except the thing is they're really against what's the word? What was the alien movie? The alien precursor movie. It begins with a P.
Oh, Prometheus?
Promethean, yeah. The church is against Promethean values, the idea of standing up against the gods. Meanwhile, it's all, they're both are necessary, like servitude of the god, servitude in service of the Lord, and all that, which is great. But it's also the idea of Promethean value, which is if the gods are unjust to you as a human being, then it is your duty to stand up against the gods. You can't let them rape your daughter and then impregnate her, and like,
Well, unless they're an angry mob, and they come to your door, and you live in Sodom, and they're like, "Hey, man, you're hiding some strangers in there," and you're like, "No, I'm not." Take
put it
my
this
daughter."
way, like, are you? Would you consider yourself a God-fearing man? I do.
I don't know. I don't like that term.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Let's not make it about you.
Well,
I will speak for myself purely, and I will
that's
say,
right. Speak for yourself.
yeah, I'm a God-fearing man. However, I get confused if a hot girl, were to ask me, especially if she was my girlfriend, she'd be like, "What if God was like, let me fuck your woman in front of you? Then what would you say? Would you let God cuck you?" And then I think about
geez, God.
what?
They go, "Geez, God, don't do that."
Exactly. Like, would you be that much of a pussy about it, or would you take up your Promethean values
All
and
right,
tap
well,
into
I
the
mean-
Übermensch? You know, it's
That's
like,
a good way to put that. I mean, it's fair.
and this is
Like,
what
God,
I'm saying.
jeez, come on.
It's like, God, this is where I have to put my foot down. Like, you're me, I'm you. All right, I'm just a focal point of you experiencing yourself. Let's not do this. All right, don't fuck with me, man.
God, come on, man.
There is some value in Promethean value. Like, it was literally Prometheus who defied God to give us everything we have now. What did Prometheus give us?
This beginning of stuff. I don't know. See, actually, that's in Greek. I don't know a lot of Greek mythology either.
This is because it goes against the church.
Well, yeah.
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 So the story of Prometheus was that Prometheus gave man fire. And because Prometheus gave man fire, it caused a huge problem for the gods. And the gods decided, as punishment, they would make Prometheus have his liver or kidney or whatever eaten out by eagles, or I think it was some bird, over and over again. And yeah, that was his punishment. Yeah.
Right. His eyes. He had his eyes. Oh no, he had his insides like picked out by birds. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. No, I
For an
do know that
eternity.
from the Lighthouse.
See?
Yeah. You've seen the Lighthouse, right?
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. It was all symbolic of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the whole Promethean thing. And if you think about it, like it was noble of Prometheus to fall into that fate because for us. He did that for us. He was basically saying, fuck what God or any god says, fuck what Zeus says, fuck what God says, fuck what the gods say. I will give you this because the gods have this. But you don't understand it, and I will give you that understanding. And henceforth, from now on, you will be more than just monkeys. You will no longer be apes. You will be men. You'll be animals. You'll be true children of the gods. That's what Prometheus gave us. And is that not beautiful?
What a guy.
But that's so blasphemous. Like, because, you know, from an Abrahamic perspective, you're like, no, that's not right. You can't defy God because God is a master. And
You did it once. Look what happened.
Yeah. In my opinion, it's just a duality between monotheism, polytheism. You know, they create its own dialectic. To me, polytheism is just a more ancient form, and that's when there were more gods. And once they went to war, eventually there's only one god, or two sides left. You know, when you have like different tribes of gods and divine beings fighting each other, after a long enough time, you only get two sides, and that's what.
Two sides going. You know what? They got 14 gods. I got 8 gods. That's all you need. 8 of the most powerful gods you got. That's half the praying for twice the the value.
Let's be real. Within the realm of Catholicism and demonology, it's a lot more than just God and the devil. Like there's a lot of things between them. Like
Yeah.
that are not human.
Well, that's all like that type of mythology. There's Christian mythology too. There's a lot of
Dude, it's like a whole army. There's
Yeah.
like the archangels and lesser demons
and there's names for certain people. Yeah.
I mean, King Solomon wrote the Lesser Keys of Solomon, the Lesser Keys and the Greater Keys, and all that shit, demonology handbook, essentially. And what he was listing was like every virtue, every sin, like embodied as a demon. And the thing was, what was interesting is each one also had a corresponding angel, and every angel, virtue, had a corresponding demon.
Mm-hmm.
And he learned, his thing was like learning how to summon it, capture it, and use it, whether it was in war, politics, and it eventually bit him in the ass, of course, because King Solomon fucked himself over. But it was real.
It's real, man.
Yeah. And with that, we're about ready to wrap it up. It was a great. This is a great episode, and you know I'm glad we did it this day and didn't put it off because now we got the rest of the week free.
Woo.
Yeah, it's
So much time for activities.
Yeah, no, it's. What do you want to do for the rest of the month?
I'm staying for a few days.
Yeah, wait.
But I'm going to Pennsylvania for the weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to a casino.
Shit, you know what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
Well, it's not this weekend, but it might as well be. It's within 7 days I have to test for my 4th degree black belt test for martial arts, and then I would be the official rank of sensei. Like, imagine me as
you be a sensei?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't want to be a sensei, but
Oh, with respect, man.
that's why I don't want it. You know, I like just being like a regular dude, but as a sensei, it's like everyone's just gonna, because you know, like as a right now I'm 3rd degree, and it's like already that's like teaching rank, but already I still refuse to be called. Just call me senpai. You know, just like I'm still just your senior. But like when it's like 4th degree, it's like there's
Still turning back, man.
That's it. Like all your juniors have to call you sensei, and it's like I don't know if I'm ready to be a sensei, man. I mean, I know I got the skills for it. It's just I don't know if I want the responsibility of it, because it's like
you can handle it. Observant, but no sensei.
Sensei. I don't want to be a fucking sensei. I just want to practice. You know why I'm testing? You know why ranking is important to me? I don't care about like the rank itself. It's just there's cases, right, where it's like there's dudes that are in some schools that practice for like years, but they never test and they never rank. So it's like when they compete, they're like they've been practicing for like 12 years, but they're going up against dudes who've been practicing for 2 years. You know, it's like it's not cool. It's a bad look, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
I do. I understand.
Like, you're basically like camping noobs. You know, it's like you're purposely not leveling to camp noobs, and it's like
I think you could handle it. You should give it a try at least. You could be surprised.
Oh, I know I could. I don't know anything. It's just I'm pretty sure I could do it. It's just
I could, like, if I ever get like into fights, be like, hey man, I know a sensei. Shit. Don't go. You'd be like, hey man, there's a guy bullying me, and you'd be like, I can't, man. I can't just go around fighting people for you. I'm like, come on, man. Show me.
Just chopping off heads.
Yeah, like in a lot of trouble.
Are you sure? This better be worth it, man. And you're like, yeah, man. He did something really bad, and meanwhile he like stole $20 from you. And I'm like, he's like, yo, he tried to rape my daughter, man.
Your daughter? Yeah. But she got raped. She's gone.
That's why we have to chop this guy's head off.
To do it.
All right.
Crime scene detective. I recognize this work.
Classic case.
I know who teaches this style. You get that one detective.
Or it'd be so funny. It's like classic case. Tricked modern samurai. So many guys willing to trick a modern samurai into doing their dirty work.
More and more people been turning samurai these days. They do their dirty work.
These samurai, they're not exactly tech moguls or financiers.
That's what makes them so effective. They leave no trace.
No
credit cards. No plane tickets.
They just got sick moms.
No driver's license.
Broke dads.
No driver's license. Suburban samurai. Yo, this is a good 90s B movie. Suburban samurai.
Yeah. I mean, thank God I don't live in like Wisconsin or Texas or Florida, because then I'll get into guns.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
If I
you ever hang out down south and you talk to somebody, you want to see my gun? You're like, okay, all right, I guess.
Yeah, but if I come from like a martial arts background into guns, like that would be fucked up. That would be like,
You want to see my metaphorical penis? And be like, what are you saying? I'm laying on the table.
no, yeah, like putting my dick on the table. Yeah.
What? Oh, I suppose.
Now, if I had a gun, I would never open carry. I would try to close carry, unless of course, you know, I lived in like
Just
Jacksonville.
keep to yourself, Carrie. Don't ask, don't care.
I would try to conceal carry, and also I would. You know what I think we need? I don't think we need more effective weapons. I think we need more effective like
People.
like force field shields.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? Like, imagine instead of like no
Well, it's
matter
like let's like Dune. That's why like so like you know how in Dune the reason they don't use like guns because they're largely ineffective.
Oh yeah, Dune. Yeah,
They're largely ineffective because of shields.
the strange German name, the Holtzfield generator or some shit.
Sure, yeah. But I think that's like the coolest fucking thing. It's like, wait, it's like, yeah, guns don't work because they fucking perfected
Yeah,
force
anything
fields. That's
fast
so
go,
cool.
it gets
Yeah,
blocked, but if you go slow, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, ooh, that's a weird.
that's so fucking cool. I don't know what you think about it because everything is like it's like yeah, like why wouldn't our defenses like move past? How could they like make handheld weapons more relevant again? It's like, oh yeah, no, defenses could go that far.
I mean, that's a troublesome future to me. Like, I think about it. It's like in the future, if like blades come back, that's terrifying to me. Like, I would
Yeah, it's not
rather
fun.
I would rather people shoot each other than stab each other and cut each other. Honestly. First of all, with the ability to shoot each other, you get less deaths. There's more sterile wounds, less like gross infections. Like,
It's true.
might as well just shoot each other. I'd rather get shot than stabbed, of course.
We've been watching too much Lord of War.
Lord of War.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
thinking
a
about
joke.
I'm just thinking about history, like yeah, like World War I, World War II, man. Like the dudes who got stabbed, they lived a little longer, but they
What
died.
cost, man? What cost?
Yeah, they died slower. You know, it sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. And also, like, I mean, like back then, it was just easy to infect somebody, to give somebody an infection just through a stab wound because it's
And this is why, like now,
and you only have to stab somebody once very quickly.
yeah, nowadays this is why we have like hollow point rounds and shit that'll they'll starburst and spread and do even more damage. All right, yeah, we're ready to close it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. We hope you all have a good night, good rest of your lives. This might be the last entry. We don't know if the world might end tomorrow.
That's possible.
Exactly. So I'm thankful for every day. I'm thankful for Chris.
Thank you for Chris.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.